looking for... Hello.
Your team is picking.
Okay, I need to share my whole screen.
Your team is
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you are all well. Hopefully, you guys can hear
Yeah,
me properly. Black Matter, you here with me?
yeah, yeah, I am.
Awesome. Hopefully, you can see my screen. The match has already started. We weren't sure if this was gonna be, available, but it is available, which is awesome. This is gonna be two teams from. It's like south. It is southern and eastern. So the best of what we have in East Africa and where we have in Southern Africa. So these are the finalists from our side. I know yesterday we did get some gains from Nigeria in. So these two teams are fighting, and I believe in a best of 5 just to qualify. But yeah, that's just the gist of where it at. In the lower bracket finals, it was Team Kenya versus Somalia, and then the Somalia lost that one too. No, so this is the how we ended up here.
Loving the draft though, Nigel. I'm loving the draft. I mean, you've got the Belric, you've got the Barats as well on both sides. You've also got the is that Marcel? Sorry, the CGI is sorry, the graphics is covering the other part of the draft towards the top right corner. But well, hey, that's okay. That's okay. And Didi Brute Gamer though, locking in the Minotaur, now that's a knock up. That's a good CC tank. I like the Minotaur. He's got the healing, he's got the sustain, he's also got the CC as well. But a little bit on the squishy side, so they have to definitely watch out for that. But on circuits though, circuit has to pick someone in 30 seconds. So let's see where he goes for Nigel.
Certainly, and I think that that's part of just the logo. It comes with the the sponsor logo. It comes with the lobbying here that we do have. So far, good drafts. Yesterday, fun fact: these two teams already met yesterday. In believe it was a what would you consider the draft? I think upper bracket final. Yeah, and a best of 3. South Africa won that 2-0. So these two teams are very familiar with each other. They just met the previous night. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum. If South Africa are going to get this at 3, no, I believe this is going to be a best of 5, so much longer. Let's see if they are going to be able to do it. Yesterday, the Eudora that you see there, the circuit played that Eudora, just it was a menace. They couldn't stop it, and he's just very comfortable on that hero. So far, South Africa not switching things up too much, but they're just very comfortable with their picks. So I says though, it's a very I consider it to be a very brave pick. You have to be very confident. You're not gonna get invaded. You are just gonna have a good time in your jungle. So I consider that to be a brave pick. But I mean, the play is good on it. Lindo's pretty good on the way assist.
your team
Okay.
is banning.
If you say so, Nigel, we're gonna see his gameplay. That's what's gonna be the convincing part. And Beliando on the other side there, they're gonna have to take someone out. It's only 2 bans, but final stage of the bans. Brute Gamer already locked that minute, so they've got the Roam, the Mage, and the Marksman locked in for their side. And Captain Levi is also gonna make his ban to conclude the bans for the other side. He's taking his time though. He's really thinking about it. He's looking at the other side. What have they taken out? What can they pick? And what can they not pick? So they will know they get values for their bans at least. And the worst thing that can happen to your team is if you get duplicate bans or you end up banning a hero that was never a problem in the first place. Yeah, nobody wants to go through that. But then 10 seconds though, Belian, you're looking at the time, buddy. You're gonna take a ban.
Certainly, I think they are using. If the
Finally.
things look a bit goofy, yes, because there's no skins. One of the instructions was to not really use skins here. So if it looks, it's not us. It's not like we didn't download resources. But yeah, the park makes sense. But also, I don't know about the park. I mean, you do get some instances where if they picked up the YSS, they're not really gonna go for a gold laner like a traditional gold laner. But I'm seeing the Barats, I'm seeing the Belleric. Would they have just sealed the deal with another Paquito there? What are your thoughts on that one?
I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Paquito is actually a very proficient, hero, especially in the jungle. It's actually very good in the jungle. But then you could also play him with EXP. That's also good. But it also ultimately is going to boil down to the player's a level of experience and skill with the hero. That's going to be a factor as well. But Captain Levi, though, on the other side, is taking his sweet time. We saw Belian take almost 20 seconds, if not 30 seconds, just to take one ban away. But hey, guys, don't look at me. Don't look at Black Matter, okay? Take your time. Just make sure you don't miss that ban.
Certainly, don't miss your ban, especially when it's qualification at stake here. You want to make sure that your team is the one that's going overseas. So I think that everyone's going to be locked in here, hoping that they do they do eventually win. And obviously, the players are going to be playing in Saudi Arabia. A few teams already got their direct invites, so you won't particularly be seeing the Philippines in these qualifiers because they're already there. They've already secured their spot, and there's also some teams that are already. I think Egypt also got a direct invite. So these teams are going the long way, the traditional route towards qualification. Let's see if they are going to be able to do it. Wish them all the best. I don't have a favorite because both of these two teams are signed to the Paradox Africa Esports Club. So I support whoever wins here, man. I'm just a fan over here just to see who wins. I'm just glad that two teams that are in the club are actually in the grand finals. But the qualification, man, let's see how they do. And hopefully we get to see some. Usually what happens, right, in some international competitions, we end up just we get into the group of death, man. last time around, South Africa got drawn into a group with Malaysia, who ended up being third, and the winners of the competition. Who was it? I believe it was Malaysia, and did they have the Philippines? No, it was Turkey. Turkey was pretty good, man.
Bulls, man. I haven't seen those guys play in a while. You really need to catch up on their games. But Captain Levi, though, you don't look at that Joy. I don't know if Joy is going to work out here, though, because, the one thing the Joy is pretty weak against is CC. You want to make sure you're able to continuously hit your sounds of rhythm of Joy. So I don't know if, oh, wow. Okay, that works. The glue is good, but then you also have to be careful because the glue is also pretty vulnerable. And it's going to be difficult to actually lock onto someone as a glue because you're going to be looking at the heavy hit at the tanks. The YSS is pretty fast. He's got the traceless. He's also got mobility on the Heavenly Vow passive. And also the Novara is definitely going to be keeping her distance with the Astra recall and also making sure that you don't catch up to her. So the glue is definitely going to be looking at the Barat or the Bellric, but Super Shady though, looking at that Vexana, I don't know if that's going to be a wise call because they already have a mage, the Novaria. So, do you really want to go for a Vexana here? Where's the Maxman?
Exactly, man. This is listen. There's a okay, I'm saying low chance they do actually pick it up, but I mean, listen. I've seen different things, but is that a Vixana goal lane? Do they have the room to be testing out things? I understand that the Vixana directly counters the glue. I understand that part, but do you want to go with it in the gold? Ooh, whoa. We have a double major. Super Shady is going for a Vixana gold lane. Interesting. Wait, Novaria gold lane. Oh, okay. I see it. That's the first for me. Do you see it in West Africa? In Novaria gold lane?
No. We barely even see the Novaria in Novaria gold lane is pushing it. We barely even see the Novaria being picked or banned. So you saying Novaria, man, nobody thinks about that when it comes to the drafts. But still, hey, I love new drafts. I love people doing unconventional things. And usually those are the things that tend to set execute very well. I am looking forward to seeing what Void will do with Novaria. Typically, the Novaria does have a lot potential. She also has damage potential. You've got the Astro Recall, you can pass through walls, play it safe. You've also got the Astro Meteor, you poke from a safe distance. You've also got the Star Trail, the passive there for you, and also you make your ultimate makes it easy and gives the opponents a bigger target hitboxes. So that's easy for your team to land their attacks. And we're into game one of the grand finals. This is the game, Nigel.
Oh yes, this is the grand finals. The two teams are the top of the region right now, and they're meeting up in the conclusion to the bracket. If you guys are wondering about skins, resources, all these things, we are just streaming to you guys what we get. Obviously, no one is gonna have a skin here, but I guess you get to see the rawness of it. We do say they're starting off with an AFK. What's happening right there? We're seeing that the minnow is just chilling there in the base. Maybe it's a strategy. Maybe.
Yeah.
I doubt it though. I don't
Yeah,
think anyone would have a strategy like that
okay, maybe.
on grand finals. Unfortunate. But yeah, hopefully they can bounce back as we already seeing the aggression comes in, and it looks like the Joy wants to make an invasion already so early in the early game. Oh,
Though I don't exactly agree with the overextension on that Joy there, but then look at they're repaying them in their own medicine. They are paying them in their own coin. Look at the YSS though. Lindo is doing the exact same thing on the orange buff. He's invading and just making sure that they get into the enemy jungle creep. And
Ooh.
okay. Top lane though, Nigel seems like we're missing a fight there. Captain Levi.
Oh yes,
Best
yes.
blood thrown.
So
It
camera
looks like one
wise,
person is gonna
we just get the feed. I'm not even touching the camera this time. But yeah, hopefully they do lock in since it is grand finals. But I think they will do. ENC's handling this themselves. So we just follow what we see now. So if there's a pause, we can't pause. If there's some action, hopefully we get to gather as much as we can from that. But yeah, 12 seconds towards the next objective. It does look. I was gonna say it looks even, but the turret is already fallen in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We're missing out some big action down bottom though. Mimic takes out Bellion and the glue, man. They're trying to shut down that glue because 0-2-0 and the start, barely 2 minutes into the game. It seems like 1 death per minute. That can't be good. I mean, especially when that glue, oh, look at the extra POVs. Like, at least that's going to compensate for the camera angles we are missing. At least we get to see the extra angle there where the total's being started. Half HP now. They've melted down really quickly. Void Esports taking no prisoners with the objective. They slay it down quickly. And over the other side, though, the Wrath of Drad, the turn for the Eternal Guard, the knock up, and Fear of the Phoenix there with a stun. It's the CCs being layered on each other. Lindo is going to back it down. He's got the total, he's got the lethal. And what more do you want? Because now you have to maintain your farm. But the 3v1, the Astro Recall, look at Super Shady, lands the Astro projectile there, but Super Shady has to back it down as well.
Certainly is. We are going to be seeing that the damage is being dealt already. 4 kills to none. The turret is already down here. It's not the type of start the Team Kenya were looking for in this upper bracket grand finals. As I see that the Sky PS has been picked up by the Novaria in that gold lane, man.
Gold lane, man. Gold lane. That's going to be the highlights lane for sure because, man, the gangs here are consistent. Astro Recall, Super Shady takes his aim, the sniper of the team. Can he land anything significant? He does. That's onto the Melissa and the follow-up. Of course, okay. I am questioning that skill 1 right now because, man, you were so close to the Melissa. I want to believe that was an auto tap. But then that puts up to the velocity at 1 there, Nigel.
Certainly, and I think that I just think it's going to be a tough game for the side of Team Kenya to bounce back here, especially we've got heroes like the Minnow, we got the Melissa, we got the Joy. Joy needs some time to get online, man. Needs to farm up a bit right now as we are seeing some peak action onto the blue buff instead of the bottom lane right there where everything is happening. But let's see how they do as they're moving back into here. We see the Mountain Shocker comes out from the YSS finally, but they do. It's looking very... Okay, they might have gotten someone. Mimic in trouble, but his teammates widely raised the situation as they took him out just before he tried to get out of there. The glue was trying to get out of there, but the Q was just too late, man. I understand the glue, but again, one of those heroes that depends on a lot of things going right for your team.
Well, right for the team. Let's hope they keep it that way because, man, this is the finals. You can't afford to miss any advantage you've got up. But then Joy, though, I'm starting to question this Joy rotation and also the Joy choices because now she's in a bad spot and she gets hit. And of course, the game is paused.
Certainly, they did
wait,
request a pause quite a bit of time ago, you know, especially because I believe the minute was lagging or a few people were lagging. Yeah, you want to make sure that everyone's got their best foot when it comes to this. But so far, I think that Team South Africa are steamrolling this. They got 6 kills to none. The gold lead is 5,000 in their favor. I think they're very happy with the way that the game is going so far. And Team Kenya would hopefully be using this pause as a way to bounce back, as a way to at least stabilize the way in which the game is going. Because right now, they're just trying to maintain pressure all over the map, man. I think the bottom lane is gone. That was gone within 2 minutes. So that's going to be a tough for you to come back. The mid lane, one of the most important lanes in the game, is already gone. So, Black Matter, what do you think Kenya needs to do to make a comeback here? Because it's not looking good so far.
You have to definitely start getting those rotations right. I think the Joy should scrap out the idea of them invading. We saw how the invasion the first time didn't work out so well. She tried to do it, she got taken out as the first blood. And also the Glue needs to realize that, okay, they're trying to shut him down as well. The first kill was taken, and the second kill was taken. First kill, first minute, second kill, second minute, 0-0 in the second minute of the game alone. It tells you that South Africans understand that the Glue is a priority kill. And that's something they need to understand. So back it down, play it safe, prioritize those objectives, and make sure you hold onto your turret, because that's something they can't seem to do right now. The bottom lane, the EXP, the tier 1 is down already, and well, the South Africans, they know how to play when it comes to advantages. The 6k0 and 5k gold lead. So the Kenyans definitely need to step up their game.
Certainly, and it almost seems like damage control at the moment. But again, as you guys can see with the indicator there, it is going to be a best of 5. So we are going to be here for a long time. I actually did just check. I thought if you guys are wondering what's happening in the other regions, it's like a whole day of qualifications today, and at least we get to show you how this bracket concludes. Are you aware if the West African bracket has concluded, Black Matter?
I am not completely sure. I'm not
I'll
completely
check though,
sure
because we might
about
be
that.
able to get that action too. Because wow, so far I've just been interested to see how each region does their things. I actually thought that Hanabi was something unique to the African server. Turns out no, man. We watched some EU games, we watched some Asia games. They are still picking Hanabi on that side too. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the Philippines and the Indonesians and the Malaysians that don't really like Hanabi like that. But other regions, just to see, they see the hero as gold apparently.
Yeah, man, you would think that a particular hero pick is something that is unique to you. But then, hey, like Nigel said, newsflash, it's not. It's actually been there, maybe even before your server even started using it. That's the funny thing. That could be the irony. And I am waiting for this game to get on pause so we can get back into the action. Like you said, man, best of 5. We're gonna be here for a while, that's for sure. Kenyan need to step up their game. Like I said earlier, it's the finals, so everyone wants to see a good game and a game worth watching. But then it is the first game, and one thing about best of 5s is sometimes the way you start may not be the way you end. So I want to give the Kenyans a break. I mean, it's just 4 minutes into the game, and let's see if the advantages will somehow eventually give to you. Because man, don't forget, they've got that glue. And that glue is a priority kill for the South Africans. And they've also got that Melissa, the multi-target marksman. They've also got the Minotaur, who's got the healing, and also the CC, which apparently is one thing that the Vexana is actually, that the Yisun Shin is actually weak against. So yeah. Education-wise, I think Kenyans would definitely have to lock in for that.
Certainly, and I think that, I do have good news and bad news depending on how game this goes. So the bracket in West Africa, the grand finals, the top 2 teams in your region, Mr. Black Panther, is Mauritania, which I actually was surprised about, man. They are in the grand finals against Nigeria. So wow. That starts at 7 o'clock our time. So I think by the time this game ends, we might just be able to get like the concluding stages of that match. Just to show, because it's Africa, it's not just Southern Africa. But yeah, Mauritania, I actually, they impressed me, man. I was watching some of their games. I wasn't sure, I wasn't aware of their game. They even beat Senegal. I'm like, whoa, there's actually something going on here, man. They played with Nigeria yesterday, and their clash before the finals was a 2-1 to Nigeria. But I was still expecting that to have been a 2-0. But wow, those are the 2 grand finalists from West Africa.
Mauritania and Nigeria.
Yep, that's gonna be an exciting game.
Well, yeah, definitely, for sure. Trying to be patriotic here, but I'm actually quite impressed with my country's performance as well. I mean, they do have some very good players in my server. Then, how long is this game going to be paused exactly?
I have no idea, man. Are we just watching it? But I think it's about a 10-minute pause of some sort. So that's sort of where it's at when it comes to that. Um, yeah, that's just this way it is. We wait until because I think in the beginning. So I think the theory or the debate here might be that in the beginning the Minotaur was just AFK, like offline in general. So maybe that's what the debating right now. Maybe that's what it is. But again, it is the benefit of having a best of 5.
Oh, oh my goodness, man. This is definitely something you have to watch out for. But then at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, it's about who wins. Because the road to ENC, well, the teams that are victorious are the ones that are going to be remembered. And the ones that contended, well, they will also be remembered, but the victorious ones tend to be the ones who write history. So try to be the winners.
Exactly, and South Africa are looking to hit a what do we call it, a golden path, a golden run when it comes to this. Obviously,
The
they have
Golden
played,
Road?
yeah, golden road, yeah, golden road. That's what we do have here. But what I'm looking for, I am not particularly interested in the regional parts like the qualification. I want to see them compete against other regions. I want every country. Maybe I want at least a top 10 finish from one African country, just so we can show, like, listen, we play Mlbb here. We have something over here. So all these countries have a golden opportunity to bring us something special next year. Just like, well, okay, so you're telling me that this country that has an MPL got beaten by Nigeria or South Africa, let's look into this. Let's see what exactly is going on. So I'm excited about that, especially since it's taking place in Saudi Arabia. uh the prize pool, man, that's 1.5 million. That's insane. That's a lot of money.
I mean, when you do the conversion, a lot of money for you, and it's also even a lot of more money for me. So,
Yes, man.
yeah, technically,
It's hmm?
wise,
Some so in Madagascar
that's a
and
lot.
Nigeria, you're basically a millionaire, man. It's peak, and just for playing a game you love, and that's it's part of the beauty of esports. Obviously, I think that in Africa, it's slowly getting there, and I'm excited for the players and just to see the progression, especially when it comes to MLBB. I think it's something that a few years ago it wasn't as popular in the region. It was there, but then as soon as more countries, more regions started getting a server, it became a lot more organized. There's a lots of different esports teams. I know in West Africa at MLB, ML Hub Nigeria. They're very busy. They're always having tournaments. So do check them out on YouTube. So that's how it is. Well, I like to keep track of what's happening in the region, just to understand like who's the best region. If we ever had to have a team that we send to represent us against each other, because because of the international nature of this tournament, we had to get to an inter-Africa MLBB competition. That would be fun to watch. But then there's Egypt, guys. There's Egypt. There's Algeria. Those guys are monsters at the moment, man. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good. But I think we'll catch up. We'll catch up. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do have a situation where the North are one of the top, regions when it comes to esports in general. I mean, across different titles, man, not just Mobile Legends. You have Call of Duty Mobile. The North African team, Paradox, is one of the team that you definitely should mention when you mention top teams in Africa. And
Mm.
also when it comes to Mobile Legends, NA as well, like you did just say, they have good teams there. They have, phenomenal teams there, not just good. But then, I think there are some regions that are upcoming that also could put up a fight, like
Mm.
the South African region, the West African region. They could actually bring up, if some teams that could definitely give the North Africans a run for their money. It might not be a lot though. It might even be
Mm.
less than a handful, but I'm pretty
Mm.
sure there's one or two teams out there in the West African and South African region that could say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go up against NA. I want to fight for the chance to represent Africa in general in the
Mm.
international scene. And yeah, give us again what watching.
Definitely, man. I'm very excited to see how it is. Each region's progressing at their own pace, but they are certainly producing very, very good teams. I am not sure about this pause right now, because right now it's like 19 minutes, which means that it would have been paused for about 11 minutes. Things take a bit longer, especially when you look at the level of competition it is, what's at stake. So when you unpause, I'm sure you want to make sure that it's everything is a-okay, because just to prevent any other issues happening. But yeah, the pause is very, very long. I think the pause limit is 10 minutes. I think so too, but we'll find out what is happening. If it does resume for 20 minutes, me and my co-caster Black, we're not going to talk for 20 minutes over nothing. We'll take a break too, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man, sure.
But that's cool. But can you tell us a
Oh,
bit about, or is it a secret? Like, who are the popping teams in Nigeria right now? Who should we be on the lookout for, especially when we look at West Africa?
okay. I will tell you, but only if you tell me yours.
Okay, no,
Deal?
that's fine. Well, listen. I will. We're watching the teams we should look out for here. You know, so someone like this. So, like for example, Void Esports obviously is one of the best teams in the server. They've got Team South Africa. I mean, they are Team South Africa. And if you look at the Madagascar region, we've got so many good teams. We've got Gascom Esports. Look at me revealing our entire caliber of teams, guys. But yeah, I'm just so we can get more info, right, on West Africa. We also got the best team from Madagascar, in my opinion. It has to be one of the two Gascoms. Gascom, there's a team called Gascom BG, and there's a team called Gascom Prime. There's a whole story around that. So in Kenya, I think Dozen Dimes is a good team. I think, what other region am I missing, everyone? I can tell you that, okay, Zambia, it's a mixture of Incognito and another team called Incognito and what's the team? Rebounders. So it just depends on which country. But overall, Void Esports has been consistently the better team in the server. You know, sometimes you get really, really good teams that are very, very good. They're unstoppable for a season.
Yeah.
But, you know, the longer the time goes,
Yeah.
teams disband. I look at longevity, man. And Void has consistently been together since the beginning of the year. So I think they are much more focused in this regards to what they want. But yeah, how about yours? Your turn. What's going on in West Africa? I know one team in West Africa. I
Okay.
believe that's let me see if I've got ball knowledge. It's Astro, right? Astro is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Astro's Nigeria, though. The Nigerian, so you're just
Oh.
technically mentioning just one team from one country. But
Ah.
then in the African, the West African Mobile Legends scene, Nigeria in particular are like the powerhouses, right? They actually have a lot of strong teams. In fact, to tell you how it is, the Nigerian scene, the Nigerian Mobile Legends scene, we have like the top three. We call them the big three. Now it's four because we call them the big four, right? There are four teams you want to watch out for if you want to look at Nigeria Mobile Legends scene. You want to watch out for RNK, they're called Rip and Kill. You want to watch out for Astro. You want to watch out for the Eternal Void. You want to watch for formerly known as El Cartel. You want to watch out for Fluffy as well. Now, if you also look at the Ghanaian scene, you are looking at Extreme. Oh, the game has on pause, and wow, we gotta finish this conversation later, Nigel. Let's get
Yeah,
back into
because
the action.
I also just realized when I said West Africa, you guys have a lot. There's lots of different countries there in that region too. Do you guys ever get involved with Senegal before we go back here? Like, do you guys compete against each other?
We don't exactly run into each other that often, but I'm pretty sure that's happened before. But not that I can remember right now. It's probably far back into the past.
Ah, awesome, man. That was unpause. Everything I'm assuming is sorted. Everyone is on and good ping now. Back to the action. We see some of the two best teams in Southern and Eastern Africa. They're trying a 2v1 situation here, but Mimic is chilling, man. He's not even phased by the damage here, because who exactly is gonna take down a Barat when you look at the Joy and you look at the Glue? Look there, man.
Boards, and of course a double unofficial split across the teams, but then 2 for none. Void Esports, you did say they were good, and they are already showing it. It's not just words, it's also the deeds. But then Levi, though, trying to get away with the electrifying beat, and Lindo says no. The traceless makes him unstoppable, and maybe a double onto Inob, Super Shady. The Sky PSR comes through, and that's Astro Meteor picking up the kill. But now they want to go for the taunts, comes through. Brute Gamer, he wants to get away, but the stomp from Dead Tonight is making it difficult. And of course, Mimic pulling out that and another. That's 2 players down. The tier 2 is what Void Esports won, but maybe kills, and that's that. Now welcome to the flicker. Enter the wall. Mimic is unstoppable to get the tier 2, and they say they can even get more, but they would have to back it down. But they don't understand back down. Lindo picks up the kill with Melissa inside their inhibitor. Nigel, 0 breaks.
Zero breaks, and there's not even enough time to recover from the pause. The joy, too much split pushing at the moment. I think your team is behind. You want to stick around with them as much as possible because it's already another 2v1 situation there. As you've seen that the Novaria is actually basic attacking. It's two mages taking down a turret. What an interesting draft coming in from Team South Africa.
Interesting drafts, man, and they are already showing that it's not just interesting but also worth it. But then look at the Detoners. Welcome again. Mimic is taking shots from the Melissa's needle, but that doesn't matter. The man is in 1v4. Mimic though is able to read from that, but no, the man would not fall. Still standing, man. The resilience of the Barat is something we gotta talk about. Levi falls. Mimic, the grab does nothing, and the man is still standing. And you gotta ask the question: is there any hope for Team Kenya in this game one? Because we're looking at a near 10k gold lead, Nigel.
Certain when it's the longer this match goes, the more I'm uncertain as to how. Oh, look at that, man! I don't know where the damage is gonna come from. They need several mistakes to come in from the side of Team Zanzi right now, because right now it's so difficult for them to at least find someone to pick off. The Melissa is there, but that's realistically the only person that can at least try to deal some damage. But they need to farm up a lot more before they are useful in team fights.
Yep. Farm. But the question is though, Nigel, will Team South Africa let them?
That's
the
exactly
thing.
what
Will
it
they
is.
let them? Look at Mimic again, picking up Captain Levi, man. I don't think, yeah, for definitely the Barracks making a careful move, but this might turn out differently from the way Team South Africa is playing it, because they might be pushing it. Whoa! Oh, Fuma! Rock on Dreyer with a flicker. And of course, Team South Africa leverages on that Lindo. Gets shot down by Duloc. The base is wide open. They want to take it down, but maybe a kill. In between that, they go for it. It's already taunt, the damage, and the hits. They have the base locked down. Team South Africa, the game one in their favor and in a dominating performance. They've shown Team Kenya that they've got to watch out for them in the finals.
Certainly, man, and we're gonna see how Team Kenya responds to this. They didn't even get to build any of their items. It's only like Inoob that realistically had some sort of thing going on here. We see that the concentrated energy was there on the Joy, but it was a long game. But yeah, that does make this a 1-0. It was a long game, not necessarily because of the action happening, mostly just because of the pause. But Team Kenya versus Team South Africa, 1-0 to Team South Africa. Which technically makes this 3-0 if you're counting yesterday's games, but today is a fresh day. It is a new opportunity for the side of Team Kenya to pull an upset. It would be an upset because historically that has never happened before. So Void for them is just another day at the office. Let's see if Team South Africa are able to keep up the momentum and make this a 2-0 and then move on to a 3-0, because that is exactly what they need to qualify to go play in Saudi Arabia.
Hope they qualify, dude. That's the thing. I mean, right now, South Africa already on their way there, 1-0, that's a start. And Team Kenya, though, they've got to pick up the pace, and because it's the best of 5, you technically can still make this work. You've got 4 other games if you really push things, or maybe 3 other games in a row if you are dominating. Ironic to how you performed in game 1. But I do believe the South Africans are not going to let that happen. They've started out well, dominating performance. They've made their people that are watching the lives right now, wherever you're watching this from, they've made them happy. And they definitely want to continue that way. Just smile on your face, Nigel.
Certainly, man. Let's see how they do respond in this. Obviously, when you look at this type of competition, you want to make sure that, I mean, each team has their own play style. But what ultimately matters is how they execute their draft. I think in some instances, some people be like, no, comfort pick. I don't know, man. Like even now, like where else have you seen a Novaria gold lead? I just think that Team South Africa were very comfortable with their draft, and that's exactly how they were able to put up a win in this, because they were moving like a machine, man. Especially when they took down the first turret already by the first. I think it was in the second minute they already had taken down the XP lane turret, so that's certainly something that's going to be playing well in their favor. I would have to check if they're going to take a long pause or we're going to go steamroll into it. So wait about 5 more minutes to see if you're going to go straight into it. But so far, it seems that the votes are 65% to the side of Team South Africa. So 65% of you think you're going to win, but there are still some Kenyans that are focusing on here.
course, man. I mean, 49 votes and counting, 39 people watching the stream right now. Don't forget, that was an 8-minute match, guys. An 8-minute match with Novaria Gold Lane. An unconventional but very effective pick. And that is something South Africa has shown us that, hey, you don't have to be familiar for us to show you the potential. So, yeah, they did it. They made it work. Team Kenya definitely going to be learning from that. And of course, we will be seeing them perform in game 2. It's a best of 5. And this is Mobile Legends ENC. Of course, they flipped the side. South Africa is in the lead. The Kenyans, well, they do have some catching up to do. And hopefully, they do that before the best of 5 ends. Because don't forget, the 37% people that voted Kenya to win, being patriotic, I admire that. So Kenyans, don't let your people down.
Certainly, but where else can you make a comeback happen than in a best of 5? That's exactly where teams are pushed to the limit. They're showcasing the very best of what they do have to offer here. Let's see if Team Kenya is going to be able to get a return blow here in this one. The first blood obviously goes to Team South Africa in this clash, but can they keep it up? And can they play the full best of 5? I mean, there was a match earlier, I believe it was against Somalia, that didn't really get to see. It was an East African clash. But let's see. They do have time now. They are going to go back into the draft. Usually there isn't an insane amount of a break. If you guys are wondering what's happening right now, we are streaming both the PAWI, the Paradox Africa Esports Women's Invitational, and the Esports Nations Cup Grand Finals. So instead of like just doing one at a time, it was like, no, let's just do more. And Black Matter here, he's just here because, he anything that involves casting, he's just there. Different types of games that we can't obviously mention now because we're focusing on Mlbb, but he's everywhere. So do check him out. But yeah, there's only so much things you can focus on during a break, man. Like, what else can we talk about? Look at the flags. We can pick so much yet.
I mean, I really wish we could actually know what's going on the other side, honestly. That would really help us out, and really make sure that we know the state that the players are playing in. You did mention earlier that Minotaur might be lacking. We did see him start out at the base when that game started, so that might actually contribute a part of it to also what we saw regarding the pause. I think it was like 12 minutes pause or 15 minutes pause. I didn't exactly count the exact time, but definitely that was a long pause. And now we are on this screen right now. And well, guys, in the comment section, I can see the chat. Guys, please remember, we are not the ones controlling things on the back end. Okay, we are only here to show you guys what's going on.
Exactly. So without the stream, you guys wouldn't able to see this. So we found a gap, and we want to make sure that everyone does get it. But when you look at this weekend, ENC specifically is looking at this as a qualification weekend. So I believe the main stream, which is called, I think it's called Stream A, is actually streaming. I believe Mirko and Gideon are streaming Ukraine or something. So all the regions are playing today, and then we got Africa covered. Don't worry, guys. I want to make sure that you guys are able to see the very best that we have on the continent. So these two teams are playing. Luckily, the cool thing about having teams in your region play is I can ask them like what's going on. I can just ask them. So I'll go make sure that that's happened. I think Megamind is going to be joining us a bit, just to give us his perspective on the matches. He actually he's from Botswana, and so far we only had 8 teams from this region. It started off with about 11 or 12 teams like being not advertised, like they were in the bracket, and then only 8 of them ended up actually playing. So, but it was upper bracket and lower bracket. So double elimination too also allows the teams to get a chance if they do lose.
Wow. Well, good luck to those teams that do qualify through the upper brackets, and those teams that actually make it through from the upper brackets from the lower brackets back to the upper brackets, and also teams that fell from the upper bracket to the lower bracket and went back to the upper bracket. And trust me, that is not the fun path you want to take if you're a team, because that is difficult. But there are some teams that do pull that off. Don't forget. And Nigel, I think you're just gonna reach out and because there's a limit to what we can say when we're just looking at the country flags, man.
No, definitely. We can take a break now. Just remind people when we do come back. I've asked the players right now, so wait about 1 more minute, and then we see if they are going to be starting. Let me see what they're saying. They're starting now, so I think we'll be fine. They're telling me that they've started.
So I guess we're just waiting for
Yes, yes, yes,
POV to change.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so that we
yes,
can see the
yes.
games and we can see what's going on the other side and what and for South Africans finish what they start. And also Kenyans, well, also keep up because right now South Africans just seem to be the best team when you look at the stats, when you look at those numbers. I mean, 8 minutes match, that is wild. For grand finals, that is wild. But the Kenyans, though, I do hope they have an answer to that, or at least the time that we've spent talking to a screen showing the two countries' flag, they've used it to actually deduce their move against the South Africans and how they're going to come back from this 1-0 lead they've given to them.
Certainly, especially when you look at the where we are in the competition. I think that Team Kenya might have needed a bit of a break. Like I think that when you start off a game with a lag, you need a bit of time to gather your thoughts, to think about how you're gonna make a comeback happen in this match. So it's certainly both are good teams. I would not like to see a 3-0. I would like to see this go the full way because that's exactly what grand finals are made of. I think that it's needed to show that when these two teams finished, they went to war, man. They played it to the best of their abilities and they were able to qualify. But yeah, I mean, obviously, sometimes you just get a dominating team that just doesn't lose, and that's also a good thing. But I think it's also important to test it out to the max. So if you guys are wondering what's happening in the other stream, Ukraine versus Poland is currently 2-0, and we are moving on to this bracket. I believe West Africa is going to jump in. So if you have too many problems here, you guys must just end up seeing West Africa games instead. But they did start, so we're just waiting for the match to obviously catch up. But yeah, let's see how the teams do in game 2.
See how the teams go. That's what we're waiting for right now. And well, they're taking their sweet time showing us what's going on in the draft and also what's going on over there that we can't see. I do appreciate you guys though currently watching the stream. 20%, 20 of you right now, 25 actually of you right now watching the stream and just waiting with us. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you listening to you and me and Nigel really just talk to country flags and a 1-0 scoreboard. So yeah,
Certainly. I
love
mean,
you to you guys.
ordinarily we would get camera on, but no, man. The weather. Hi, come on, man, guys. You just put your camera on to see our faces. I mean, you guys have seen our faces. I'm pretty sure Mega Black Matter's face is somewhere there. So yeah. So for now, you guys get to see the flags and appreciate the beauty in the flags. What I'm seeing that is that they have everything the same except for blue. So there's white, there's black, there's red. The only thing that's different is the blue. So that just shows how close they are. Kenya, you know what? For the longest time, because we do interact with them for the longest of times, I've always just felt as if they are part of Southern Africa, but they're actually just in East Africa. They're in their own place. So, anyways, the game has started. The draft has started. As we are seeing that this is sponsored by Adidas Alliance, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I think Lenovo is also one of the sponsors for this. Yeah, that is it. So yeah, draft started. Uranus first ban. No thoughts around that.
Of course, man. Of course, you don't have to think about that. And oh, it looks like we've got Megamind with us. Hello, Megamind. What's up, man?
Oh, hi, Black Matter. I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to see a familiar face here. I'm tired of seeing Nigel's face, man. So yeah, glad to see you here, man. And welcome to the stream. It's game 2, and the South Africans are currently leading
It is currently leading. Is this a best of what? Is this still a best of
5.
3? It's a
Yeah,
best
best of 5, man. It's the grand finals.
Oh, okay. So this is Kenya versus South Africa.
Yeah. Eh? For some reason.
Nice. All right, man. Well, I did actually stream all the way up until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. with Nigel last night, and it felt like a long dream, to be honest. And now I'm back here again, and this nightmare is it's not a nightmare. It's not a nightmare. It's not a nightmare. The dream continues, and At least we're in the grand finals, man. Very, very excited to see how things go over. But again, one thing I'm still not very comfortable about is the fact that some heroes just aren't fully rendered. It's a bit. It doesn't stick with me. It does not stick with me.
Yeah, same, man. I am actually just usually when I see those 2D models, I usually just try to look at the top side of the screen or the top right side of the screen so that I wouldn't have to see, the center. You get what I mean with that? Yes, I will not see that because trust me, as someone who is has a knack for Ultra HD plus 4K imagery, this is
Yeah.
this is blinding, man.
But hey, man, nonetheless, the show still must go on, and we do see a couple of bans so far. I did miss the first ban from the side of Kenya right there, but we are seeing the Eudora. It will be the first pick for the side of South Africa.
Damn, damn. That's all I can see, man. I mean, these guys, they are something. Eudora, yeah, definitely back into the meta, in my opinion, man. We've seen that pick in our Nigerian tournament. The West African region have been making use
Mhm.
of that pick recently. I mean, there was one guy that actually pulled a Savage with a Eudora, and man, the fact that the Eudora
Ooh.
was revamped. That it definitely did do a lot of things to our kit right now. We see on the other side, Brook Gamer still sticking with that Minotaur. They're repeating picks right now, Megamind.
Your team is picking.
I didn't observe game one as of yet, so I don't really know how the picks are, but I do know both teams, so these are actually somewhat not surprising, especially the Uranus first ban from South Africa, as well as the Eudora first pick right there. It's almost somewhat of a signature thing of theirs.
Your team is picking.
Well, on the other side, though, the Atlas locked in. Lindo picking up the. Okay. The YSS left for the Halley. It's the mobility is still retained, though. The damage is retained. The only thing that he's lost a little bit there is maybe some sustain, maybe some level of sustain. But Captain Levi, though, on the other hand, is gonna go for something here. They've got actually three magic damage dealers right now on the side of Team Void. The South Africans definitely have to invest in physical damage.
Your
Very
team
true,
is
very true. We
picking.
do see the Barats will be the third pick for the side of Team Kenya right here. And yeah, we will proceed into the next section of bound so far. Kenya coming in with a bit of a tanky sustaining comp right there. While South Africa is possibly just going to try go all out in terms of pick off as well as bursting down, whittling down a team in terms of numbers. And yeah, that's kind of the image I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, Mimic, Super Shady, Void Esports. They've got two more picks left, but on the side, Duloc and Captain Levi. They're gonna take out those bans though. They've got time. Actually, they don't. That was 6 seconds. Clutched it with the carry ban. A valid ban, actually, considering they have a Minotaur and the Barat on their team. The Tank Melter definitely have to stay out of this one. Mimic and Super Shady, they need to take out someone. And honestly, they have to prioritize image right now. And they also have to prioritize a jungler. What would it be for esports?
That's a good question, really. We do see the Selena ban. Again, I think I saw this previous night, again coming out from South Africa. For some reason, it's always the first ban being a Uranus, and then in the second half, their first ban is always a Selena. I have no idea why, to be honest. I thought it was a target ban, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems more of a pattern than anything else.
Look, I'm not one to
Your
investigate
team is banning.
that deeply. Oh my goodness, that Moskov model. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang in there, hang in there. Super shady. On the yeah, this I'm actually starting to understand why you called it a nightmare earlier. Actually, no, not here. Uh, forget about what I just said. Super shady. 27 seconds is got to pick up to ban a. Actually, that's a valid ban because if you take out the Vexana, sorry, the Valentina, you have saved yourself the Fatal Link steal, the Thunder Rush steal, and also the Deadly Magic, because technically the Valentina can use the IMU to take out some of these ultimates. And with the lineup right now for the side of Void, they have very good ultimates. And them taking out the Vexana, they definitely knew what they were doing when they went for that.
Very true, right there. Especially, I feel like no one wants to get abused by their own skill, especially if you're an assassin or someone that is squishy. Being the Harley right there, being the Eudora, having your own ultimate used against you is just it's just a bit triggering right there. But we do see. I do believe this is Duloc will be locking in the Aurora, being the major for the side of Team Kenya.
Aurora picked up the CC gonna be layered on the Mino and Fury, that's for sure. But Brook Gamer though is gonna take the initiative to initiate, pun intended, Mimic Kito. I don't know. The Paquito was banned the last time, and now Mimic he has the Paquito available. You definitely have to lock that down, because if you don't, DD will definitely lock that down. They don't have a fighter on their other end. Their jungler rather, and the Paquito is really good in the jungle. Definitely, yep, locking it down. Super Shady. I don't know about the Claude though. I don't know about the Claude. It's definitely gonna be purified Claude. That's gonna restrict some of his mobility when he's laning against the Melissa though. But he's got the BMI, so he definitely has to time that well. But options, and multiple options would be better. But Slipper Shady sticking with that Claude there. Let's see the final pick for Captain Levi Megamind.
Oh, Claude pick. Very, very good pick from the side of Void right there. Tons of AoE definitely from the Claude battle. He's just going to do tons of that. Blazing Duet is just going to be going straight in for the backline. And Melissa doesn't really have an answer except from trying to like disengage from fights right there. I do believe that's the only answer Melissa has to the Blazing Duet.
Yep. The Blazing Duet. We're gonna be seeing that. Captain Levi. Okay, I see what's happening here. Captain Levi actually stole that Yusun Shin away from Void, because last time we did see, correct me if I'm wrong though, I think it was Lindo who played the YSS. Actually, I forgot. You did not stay and watch the game one. But then, the fact that I can see, don't give me hope, Lindo. Don't give me hope. I'm seeing him swap between the skins, and I might just see that. Don't give me hope. Don't do that, Lindo.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a skinless stream once again. I mean, I can do without skins, but the models, guys, the models. But yeah, game two, I believe, game one went into the hands of South Africa, and the side of Kenya is definitely looking to get a redemption in this particular match. But are you aware of how other matchups went leading towards this grand finals, like in terms of other teams and stuff?
Not really. I think Nigel is better suited to answer that question than me. Yeah, so we could just ask him when the game ends. But we do get into the match here, and yeah, of course, the ref already doing his job, zoning out on the screen though. Hopefully, the POVs and the screen panning is on point this time around. But the Kenyans definitely have to sit up and lock in. They've got a much better lineup this time around, and also on the other side, of course, the South Africa is going for an actual marksman this time, because we did see a Novaria gold lane in game one, Megamind.
Well, South Africa went for Novaria gold lane.
I mean, can you believe it? And they actually ended that game in less than 8 minutes, man. 8 minutes.
What? No, wait, what was the jungler? Okay, the jungler was a YSS. What doesn't make sense here? Did they have a Kimmy mid or something?
No. Actually had another mage as a mid as well.
Oh, I see. That's going to be quite an interesting thing to to actually go back and watch. But yeah, right now we do see the Atlas is recalling quite a bit of regression went onto him, took a bit of damage, and will be just going back to base for the time being. Definitely giving the side of Void a bit more, not Void, but the side of Kenya a bit more space to work with.
Okay, it's time to lock in. The Kenyans, they already starting this one pretty well. We didn't see any exchange in fade though, like we didn't see the game one, but then look at the positioning though. Void. The frosty breeze being used on him. Duloc. He knows how well to check those bushes and when not to overextend. And Sakut, ball lightning with the fork lightning and the deadly magic. Lindo, first blood drawn already. The South Africa is no chill. The perfect match there for the Storm, maybe on to 2, but it's only Duloc. He catches there. The Pride of Ice passive triggers the flicker into the tier 2, and now Elite not taken. South Africans know when to play for the kill and when to play for the objective. It's Lindo who goes for that Harry, actually that Torto rather. But then look at Velo though, he's zoning them out, and Captain Levi is there, the level 4 attained. Brutes game up with Despair Stomp, knocks them up, and the damage being dealt, back into Fearless. Mimic pulls it out, they've taken the Torto, let it go, man.
It's actually very interesting seeing. Again, it's something that I've witnessed time and time again coming from South Africa. They do have a pick of composition, but they are being very aggressive in terms of their plays right there. And we do see, oh my goodness, Lindo able to pick up a kill with the deadly magic right there onto Aurora. Aurora definitely was lacking in terms of her passive as well as the flicker spell.
And the Pride of Ice is currently on that cooldown, so Duloc definitely have to play it safe, and the Flicker as well on that cooldown. So 2 options of sustain. You know, the camera switched off when the fight was about to happen. Can we get back to that fight? Well, it looks like Super Shady was able to get away with the BMI. The battle mirror image actually helping him right now with that mobility. He's using the Purify, but on the other side though, down bottom, the Deadly Magic already used up. And Lindo, actually that kill was stolen away, but Lindo gets taken in return. It's a collateral damage. The Mountain Shocker with the Traceless, the chase down with a perfect match. Defensively from Velo, meanwhile, top lane, it's a 1v1 against both marksmen, but Enoch pulls out fast, and the ball lightning is so cute. Oh my goodness. That man was able to find the kill. That's one thing about the Eudora Megamind. You gotta be careful around her.
Okay. I'm going to raise this concern, and I know I raised it before, but I feel like you're watching a different stream from me. Are you casting from the mini-map?
Okay, so wow, perfect match, but the bust down from Mimic. Yeah, so the thing is, right, based on my experience, where I think I have like a shit ton of experience with Mobile Legends casting, that I actually know the movement that the hero icons will show when they use a particular skill. So maybe I am casting from the minimap, maybe allegedly, but then hey, when we don't have the best cameraman out there, we can only adapt, man.
You know what? ANC, we love you. Your camera casting is the best. But yeah, it does seem like the side of South Africa will be picking up a completely uncontested Lord. And Paquito is going in right now, trying to find a pick off onto the Barats right there, who is just taking tons of time. But Minotaur will be using his ultimate right there. Minoan Fury not getting any follow-up, and Eudora will come and finish him off.
It's funny because, man, Velo, the South Africans, the Atlas already have HP, the perfect comes out, but that's just a scare, get away, but look at the burst, man, knockout strike for the Paquito, he has to get out, the part of Vice, they get caught in the frigid glacier, oh my goodness, Duloc, nice outplay, but Velo though, in between 2 turrets, the storm from the Heavenly Vow doesn't connect, and now the Blood Floss, the Despair Storm, the Brute Gamer might be a bad spot, 2-man Fatal Links, put their back, Circuit with the killing spree, that's 1, Fatal Links, Velo falls, now the boss damage from the Blaze in the West. This is immunity from the Purifier. For the escape, triple kill for Lindo. The South Africans are showing up and showing off. And that mid lane circuit, he wants to get that kill. At least pop that Pride of Ice passive, but the Storm, the Frigid Glacier, and the Frosty Breeze. Circuit has to pull it back, doesn't have the HP to stay there any longer, or he might be shut down, and there's the pause.
Oh my goodness, I do believe there is a pause right there. Not really sure what did initiate the pause at the point in time, but I do believe it is something that will be sorted out very, very soon. But man, just as the screen went black, I did see 11-3, the amount of aggression coming out from the side of South Africa. It's not a front-to-back composition. It's a bit of a mix of everything, a bit of pick-off, a bit of this, a bit of that, and it's working so well for them.
Honestly, it is. I love the fact that, right? I love the fact that they know when to engage. You see, the thing about a team is it's one thing to fight, it's another thing to know when to fight. Now, guys, in as much as the South Africans have actually been dominating most of the team fights, most of the trades, most of the engagements, right? They also understand, I'm pretty sure they understand that if they get wiped out, the gold lead that you see this far, we're currently on the 5K gold lead, the same gold lead you see right now, that can flip in that. I just snapped my fingers. That can flip really quickly, especially when we're into the late games and they really time that wipe out well. And they say they take a load or something like that and you get, better wave clear. But then I'm pretty sure the South Africans understand that. And right now we're in the almost 6-minute mark, 5 minutes, 50 seconds, and just 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to the 8-minute mark, which was where they ended the first game, Megamind. So let's see if South Africans are on a time attack or they want to do this, calmly.
And I guess we can only hope and wait to see what the side of South Africa really is going to be bringing in for us. But man, very, very much excited to see how things play out going forward. But the side of Kenya, what can they do to turn this around? I mean, it's still quite early in the match, 5 minutes in, and they are behind in 5K gold right there. What can the side of Kenya really do to sort of turn the tables around for their team?
Nigel, this did ask me this question in the game one in that 8 minutes match, and now you're asking me the same question, and I'm going to give the same answer here. They have to prioritize their wave clears and also prioritize their farm, because right now they are on the farm. Oh my goodness, look at the damage. He's already dead. Let him be, Lindo. Let him be. There's no HP there, and it still spawns more poker tricks. But then look at the position in those circuits. Look at the positioning on side. Whoa, my goodness, nasty play, Velo, and the cleanup for Mimic with a triple for the wipeout on the Kenyans, the 3-lane push. The South Africans have no chill, maybe on a time attack, because man, we only have 1 minute left to get that 8-minute mark. The South Africans, man, these guys, no chill.
That is crazy, I tell you. The way Atlas just went in, going in with a fatal links, and the follow-up from the team. Peak performance coming out from South Africa right there. You mentioned it earlier. You did see the type of synchronization going in and going out that they have right there is very much what is carrying them through. And it's something that Kenya can only hope to break somehow, some way. I don't know how, man. If they clear the waves and everything, I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, me neither. And the frigid grey with the frosty breeze. It's going to be difficult for the Kenyans to make a comeback from this. If that's possible at all. Look at the Barat being melted, half HP already. And Bellion is forced to go back into the base to recall. But then Velo, very low. The perfect match out of there. It's a good call. But all the lanes, man. The tier 1s and tier 2 are down on all 3 lanes. And now it's just the inhibitors that is left, Megamind.
It is not looking good for the side of Kenya. I do believe that must be the last shield for the inhibitor turrets from the side of Kenya right there. And the mid turret is actually the one that possibly took the most damage. Not sure about the top lane turret as well. Does look like it took a bit of damage, but not too much. Right now, it does seem like though South Africa will be going possibly to try and end this by taking the first Lord of the match.
Vitalians come through. Of course, the quality of follow-up on the South Africans is really good. Velo knows how to call those shots and also how to make sure that those shots are being followed up quickly. Look at the goal difference, man. It's 11k. And man, at this point, the concealed play comes in. They want to go for that damage, but Velo is waiting for that Fatal Links to be available. He's got that flicker though, who will make that first play. And they're still clustering around each other. You know there's an Atlas and the Kenyans are still clustering around each other.
Oh, we did see Deadly Magic going onto Verratti. He did take a bit of damage as well from Claude, who uses BMI to just disengage right there. And yeah, Lord is actually just about to reach the base right there. We do see Atlas might be going in to try and get a nice set with his Fatal Links very, very soon. Lord engaging the minions right now. There could be a very deadly fight coming on right now.
The Vital link connecting to one, but purified for the counter. Frigid Glacier doesn't stun anyone there, but the knock up and now fellow very low. They might want to pull back, play it safe. Lido finds Brugema, though the Lord is still there, still pushing, and now Lido makes a bad play, and Captain Lee him down immediately, punishes him. The Kenyans are still trying to clear because if they've got anything to do, is gonna keep those guys out of their pace. But a Paquito mimic the damage being dealt, and he's able to survive, man. Thanks to that heavy left punch, the shield generated from it, he survives. They lose just 1 for 2. We still their favor, the South Africans, but they don't get that base. The Kenyans are still hanging in there for game 2.
That's really all they can do right now. 12K behind in goals, and they still made a very good defense, man. I believe that's honestly all they could do right now. Minoan and Fury only catching one right there, and he will be taken out. Monster kill for the Eudora right there. And oh my goodness, man. South Africa, despite having not really ended as much as they hoped to do in that engage right there, they definitely did get something out of it.
And now all the lanes are being pushed again. Velo, he might want to make his move first. The ball lightning comes out, the stun, and of course the CC. He's super shady, finishing in up, and now Deadness welcome. That doesn't even matter anymore because in South Africa's attention was on their pace, and they take the second game in a 10-minute mark. 2-0, one more game, and South Africans are the grand finalist champions.
Wait, is this not a best of? No, but what?
It's a best of 5. It's a best of 5, man. They've already taken 2.
Is this match number 3 or 2?
This is match number 2, man. I mean, the matches are so fast. The first game, 8 minutes. Second game, 10 minutes. I mean, third game, 12 minutes. I don't know. This might be an arithmetic progression, but still, South Africans so far dominating performance, Megamind.
I'm yet to figure out. I don't believe South Africa has lost to any team so far. So definitely, they are bringing the best foot forward. I'd have to double check on my facts if they've actually lost a single match, which would be interesting. I do believe Nigel will probably correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
but
they haven't.
I do
They haven't. I can tell you that because, listen, this is a tough game. So before Kenya and South Africa met, Kenya hadn't lost the match either. So now it's just, I don't know, it's just the battle of who is going to be the team that dominates today. It's obviously one more win. I was actually a bit worried about the clash between Nigeria and Mauritania in the grand finals in this one. But Nigeria just started their draft now, so they're only just into the draft phase. So there is a chance that they go, this is actually 2. No, we know how it's going to end. Let's go to Nigeria, but we'll see. Obviously, it doesn't matter because matches are matches, everyone. I think it would take, what's funny, right? It would take so much. It is possible, but right now Kenya needs to win the next 3 games without any questions. Just they need to win the next 3 matches to make this back in their favor. So maybe they want to take as much time as possible to regroup and focus. But once again, this is for qualification to Saudi Arabia. This is for the region. With the last place, each player gets about $5,000 US. So I think everyone wants to make sure that they do qualify. It's a lot of money, man. I think that it's life-changing money for some people. So I wish all the teams the best. I am supporting either team here. So whoever wins, I am still going to be proud of them. Let's just see how they do in this bracket. But so far, 2-0. South Africa haven't left any questions unanswered. When it comes to these type of matches, they've just been simply dominating. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum as we are going to be going into game 3. But no, we do have a game happening. Wait, I have a question for you, Black Matter. I know that Mauritania is in a mixture of both North and West. Where are they part of West Africa? Or how do you guys view them? Or where are they? Location-wise, at least.
I'm not sure if they're classified in the West because usually when we see local West Africa tournaments, I usually don't see them as a part. We mostly see Togo, Ghana, and so on, Cameroon and so on. But we hardly ever see Mauritania. So honestly, when you even said that their performance was this phenomenal, I was surprised on my end, really, because when it comes to West Africa, Nigeria is mostly the powerhouse when it comes to the teams that really show up and really perform there in those West African tournaments. But still, hey, I mean, I can't wait to get this over with. Like you did say, man, we know how it ends. I can't wait to get this over with so we can go into the Mauritania match because, man,
Yeah.
I want to see what my boys are up to.
Certainly, and it's also one of those instances where it's going to be, it might be a match where one is played on this server and the other plays on that server, but still, regardless, I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic to see. I mean, listen, South Africa's story, South Africa versus Kenya, it seems like the storyline is done now, but listen, anything can happen in Mobile Legends. It's certainly very possible for Team Kenya to pull up an upset and to pull up a comeback. But regardless, this does currently put them in second place. Let's see if they're going to be able to keep this up and possibly make an upset happen. But yeah, if that doesn't happen, we're still going to get to see some action up in the West African, Central African bracket. That's what we're calling it, or that's what it's called. But yeah, let's see how it goes. But it's still one of the benefits of having more than just one server. But for now, you guys are seeing the very lovely flag. Someone told me I missed yellow. Oh, I did. South Africa does have yellow there. Apparently, each color means something a bit different. But yeah, that is it now for
Okay,
now.
so sorry to catch you up, Megamind. So basically, we had this really long wait in the last game, the first game. That was 8 minute mark. I'm so glad that game was that short because, man, I think the wait was longer than the game itself, right, Nigel? Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was about
Yeah, it
11
was. The
minute
wait was
pause.
longer. Yeah. The wait was longer than the game itself. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So to catch you up, why Nigel is actually talking about the flag colors, the wait was so long that it got to a point that we basically, you know, didn't know what to emphasize us anymore. And Nigel, that's all Nigel. I didn't partake on that. Exactly. But then when performance wise, Kenyans, like you did say, they need to sit up. They absolutely need to sit up. I mean, we are seeing 76 votes right now, and I am still seeing 34% of people voting for them. I mean, that's dropped down from the former 38%, but still, the fact that there's still 34% of people that voted Kenya, wow, despite what the scoreboard looks like.
Hey, man, I mean, I would still stick with Kenya if I'm a proud Kenyan fan. And hey, man, to anyone out there who is a Kenyan or something, do keep supporting your team. Do make your voice known right there in chat. Let them know Kenya is going to make a reverse sweep. Hey, man, anything can happen, but I'd be very, very happy to see some of the Kenya fans out there in the chat letting us know how much they are happy to see their team participating in such man. This is the gateway to the big stages right here. So definitely, their support is very much needed.
You need to make sure you are locked in if you are Kenya. Winning 3 maps, winning 3 games in a row is not the easiest thing to do, especially with South Africans like this, with this level of performance, this level of experience difference, this level of performance difference. Like I did say before, you cannot afford to let any single strategy slip from your observations. You have to be locked in. Your strategies have to be on point. Your engagement, your choices, your decisions in game, your macros, your micros, every single thing has to be on point. That will make the South Africans sit up and lock in and get that final win. But if you're South Africa, well, don't get complacent. You've taken the first game 8 minutes, second game 10 minutes. It's easy to start relaxing. It's easy to start saying, oh, these guys, well, we're just going to get another win. But don't forget, like Megamind did say, this is Mobile Legends.
Is Mobile Legends indeed. And yeah, we're just yet to see how things go out and play very, very soon. But right now, I do believe we're still in a bit of a break. There should be possibly technical difficulties or some form of setup that's taking place at the moment in time. But hey, man, definitely we are here for it so far. But Nigel, you did mention that Nigeria is playing at the moment. Is that the grand finals? Is it semifinals? What is it?
Yes, that's also grand finals, but I do hear the draft in the background, so they definitely have started with their draft. Yeah, Mauritania versus Nigeria, they have their grand finals now, so That's the Central West Africa bracket. That match is happening right now. Or at least it's just about to start. Uh, right now, I can hear a draft. I'm not sure if you guys can hear a draft, but we can't see a draft. You know.
Yeah,
Right,
we can see it dropping.
man. Okay, is it game one or is it what is it?
With
Uh,
Megamind. Now you understand why Nigel was calling out flag colors.
exactly.
Oh my
It'll be
goodness.
fine. It's good,
Yeah.
right? It's good because you didn't actually get to experience the full thing. Me and Nigel actually experienced. I mean, the last time it was in game and here, but you're lucky. You only get to witness the wait here. So yeah, lucky
Mhm.
you.
Alrighty. Okay, while we are waiting for South Africa and Kenya game number 3 to start, ladies and gentlemen, how about we have a Q&A session with with Nigel as well as Black Matter. Are you guys up for it?
Sure. That is fine with me. What's the
Depends on the
Q&A?
kind of questions and
Yeah,
answer
and
session.
I'm not the one asking questions. I think maybe chat might have questions for me, but I could have a couple of questions actually for each and every single one of you. Let's start with Black Matter. Actually, Black Matter, we know you as a caster based in the West Africa region. Can you let anyone who's joining stream know a little more about you?
Okay. All right, sure. All right. So, hello guys. I can see 22 people currently watching the stream, and I'm Black Matter. I'm a Nigerian based in West Africa, and I cast majorly Mobile Legends, and I also cast Call of Duty Mobile, and sometimes Mortal Kombat 11. And my favorite title though is Mobile Legends because technically I do have a serious interest in it and also trying to push it as a career for myself. Now, when I'm not casting, I'm either gaming or I'm probably engaging in reading or probably doing something. I'm pretty active on my socials though. You can check me out on TikTok. I have a TikTok there at Black Manor. You can just, lowercase all through. You can check me out there. I'm pretty active there. I do live stream sometimes and I live stream my gameplay and all that. And I'm really looking forward to what the Nigerian Mobile Legends scene can do. And in case you were wondering how I know some of the hero skills that I do mention, because I'm pretty sure someone has mentioned it. I think I saw a comment. Someone mentioned how I know the skills and all that. Oh, that was the Power tournament. That was in here. Yeah. Okay. So basically, a lot of people wonder how, and honestly, I think it's a talent. It's a talent. I really want to get a little bit spiritual here because there's a lot of things that is involved in when I call this hero skills. It's not exactly something that I took my sweet time and just started reading from the scratch and checking every single hero. It's more of a when I play those heroes myself, once I do a single look at the hero skills, like I check the hero skills, it sticks. It just tends to stick, and it's pretty difficult for it to get out of there. Like you could tell me, you could ask me right now, what is this hero skills, and I could tell you, right? But then I obviously I don't want to come off as a show off. And one of the major things that I love so much about casting is the people that it introduces me to. I met Nigel through casting. I met Megawine through casting. One of the best casters I've ever worked with. Honestly, I still remember our Madagascar cast, and that definitely left an impression on me. Megamind. And yeah, I think that's basically the basic rundown of myself.
Nice. Oh my goodness. Wow, man, that is quite an answer. You actually started ticking off so many questions I had lined up. Oh my gosh. Wow, man. I do believe people will definitely follow you, but anyone who is very much interested in seeing more content from Black Matter, do check him out on his socials. He did plug in his TikTok, I believe, at Black Matter. And so you definitely should be
Yeah.
finding him around there. And Nigel, I guess the Q&A goes to you, man. For anyone joining, by the way, you might not know this, but Nigel does have experience in coaching MLBB teams. So, Nigel, could you tell us a bit more about how you came to become a coach and what you've done for the teams that you've coached?
Oh, that's an exciting question. So I do coach on the side. I think that it started off as a fun thing. So it started off because I wanted to win a tournament. That's pretty much it. So I saw all the teams that was registered. It was a ladies tournament. I was like, you know what? I think I can make a good team. Like I'm like, why are all these players that are pretty good in my opinion not in a team? So I gathered every single player that I knew was good. Obviously, that contributed to me winning, but I think it's my knack for talent that allowed me to find those players. And then since then, we won that tournament undefeated. And then that's been my last success for coaching. After that, it's been downhill. But I did manage to meet a whole different people. I've coached in the West African region, and winning tournaments as a coach is a lot more difficult than as a player. Because as a player, if you lose, you lose. But now when you're watching, you're like, well, man, I could have done this better. But it does allow me to figure out it forces me to study the game a bit more. It forces me to get into the mindset of understanding how exactly we can beat the team. I do like that part, the strategizing aspect of it, to learning your opponents, to figure out how exactly to break down the defenses, how exactly to win the match. Obviously, as the tournaments went, I think I actually just started off as a player, but then I retired from playing internationally because also playing internationally is a whole different game, man. I used to play for Zimbabwe. I was the captain. We won 3 games in a row, like 3 years in a row, like nationally. We just were undefeated. But then when we go internationally, you get abused. And just like, yo, man, maybe I'm just a big boy in this pod. So after that, you know what? Let me try to get other regions caught up, man. So that's how I got into coaching. Of course, outside of MLBB, it's just it allows me to, because MLBB it's very fun to do it once in a while. Not obviously as just spamming it every single day, but the coaching aspect is very exciting. It can get nerve wracking though, because who do you blame when the team loses? Do you blame the coach? Do you blame the players? It's a whole mixture of things, but it brings a certain level of responsibility, especially when it comes to making sure that your team is carried on to victory. But yeah, that's my context as to everything. We are still waiting for this match, which I can't hear anymore. So I think the draft is done, or in some instances you do find that there's issues in the background, there's ping test, so many different things happen. I mean, realistically, we could take a break if people are very, very tired and want to take a break and come back. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that suggestion, my fellow co-casters?
Yeah, I think that because technically the comment section actually the numbers are going down right now, and this black screen we're looking at right now don't seem to have an end anytime soon. So yeah, I'm up for the break. What do you think, Megamind?
If possible, is it possible for us to watch the Nigerian stream by any chance?
We can watch
a good
Ukraine
idea.
if you really want to watch some other games. So Nigeria and Mauritania also haven't started. Like it's not visible yet. So it's just a waiting game. The current game that's happening right now is it's either we take a break or we watch Iran versus MRA. Is that Morocco? Should have been Morocco.
Morocco doesn't have
MAR.
A in
MAR.
it.
Mar. The flag looks like Morocco, guys. But let me see. Let me inspect
Oh
this.
my goodness.
But there's
describe the
also
colours?
Italy versus Spain. So just depends on which region you guys want to go for. But Nigeria and Mauritania sadly hasn't started it either. So there's that.
Yeah, I think we should go for the break because
Yeah.
we gotta save energy, and the Nigerian games are definitely gonna drag. Those are two strong teams.
Exactly. So 3-1 for
Alright.
Ukraine versus Poland, but we are going to take a break and we'll bring it back to action. I think come back in 10 to 15 minutes if you want to be safe, and you can get the rest of the matches. But yeah, we'll send another reminder when it's a whole different game. So we're not going to remind you that South Africa is happening again, but we will send one if it is Nigeria versus Mauritania happening. But from our side, we're going to take a brief break and we'll see you all in a bit. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in a bit. We can listen to the very cool music we do have on the channel. So cheers for now.
guys. And well, oh, it's gonna be difficult here to make out what's going on because man, a lot of time has passed, but we are currently 2-0 in favor of Void Esports, the South Africans. Never mind.
Yeah, it is South Africa that is quite leading very comfortably right now, looking to grab that sweet ticket that will take them over to Saudi Arabia. But again, Team Kenya still has a chance. They have one more saving grace of a match to possibly turn things around right here. And they did start it off with a Hirara ban, whereas the side of South Africa did start with a Uranus ban.
Uranus ban. We see Uranus ban again. We did see that Uranus ban in the second game. Now we're seeing the Uranus ban. Oh my goodness. That's definitely a priority ban for the side of Void, that's for sure. Duloc, on the other hand, though, he might get his Aurora being taken out as well, because if you remember correctly, the Aurora was actually one of the CC lockdowns that Void Esports really kind of struggled against when it comes to those engages and having those smooth ball three, smooth takedowns and pickoffs. They had the Atlas though, so that made that work a lot easier. But Circuit, he's got 15 seconds to make the decision now, and he's taking his sweet time.
Oh yes, taking his sweet time. Definitely for a last match, you do not want to slip up and give your opponents a real turnaround right there. We do see though they did ban out the Esmeralda. I do believe we did see a similar ban in game number 2. Definitely banning out some form of sustained heroes. I'm trying. I feel like I'm studying Void right now. I'm studying how Void plays at this point in time. Just all their matches that they have played in. I've seen similar or the same bans and picks.
I want to do something here, right? Megamind, I want to do something here. The first game was 8 minutes. The second game was 10 minutes. Is this a pattern? Does it mean an extra 2-minute mark for the Kenyans to turn things around? Is that what Void is doing? Allegedly, in quotes. But then we did see the Barats being taken down, and also the Hirara being taken out, the Freya being taken out. Okay, I was expecting to see the Atlas not make it to the second stage of the bans, but I don't see the Atlas being taken down. I don't see the Paquito being taken down. I don't even see the Harley being taken down. I don't know. I mean, Kenyans, what's going on? I thought the Paquito, the Harley, especially the Atlas, was a problem, but from what we see in the draft, it looks like it's not.
From a little experience of watching South African games, I don't think you can actually completely ban them. But picking up something like a Marcel would have been definitely very good for the side of Kenya right there. But we do see that it has been banned by South Africa right now, and the side of Kenya will be the ones picking up something first, though. I will predict, though, the side of South Africa will be picking up a Eudora once again.
Good prediction, man. I'm also going for that as well. Is that how we see Eudora, or we might see a Valentina? Because don't forget, Boy did ban the Valentina on their end, but the Paquito was stolen away by Bellion. Now that's a good move. If you're not banning it, pick it.
Man, if you are not banning it, pick it. And we do see Circuit already showing what seems to be somewhat of a signature pick right there. Fellow locking in the Belleric with the flicker. Oh my goodness, the amount of taunt that comes out from the Wrath of the Dryad right there is insane. But Fellow right now just showing Arthur Johnson. I'm not really sure what's going on right there. But Circuit will definitely settle on something very, very soon.
The Eudora 30 picks, man, in this. We've seen the Eudora actually get played twice. And if you're the South Africans, you just want to end things here, you want to end things now. You don't want to drag it out. It's the best of 5. I know you've got time. You know, you can afford to lose 2 games in a row and still win 1 to secure the whole thing. And there's some teams that like to play with their food, but I don't think the grand finals is where you want to make that kind of move. Inup, Duloc, next set of players that will make their picks. They've got 25 seconds. The timer is counting down, probably waiting for the team's initiative or suggestions, or perhaps really just thinking it through. This could be their final grand final match, or perhaps maybe a game 4. But the Kenyans, if anything, have to be strategic with their draft.
Yes, definitely strategy will be the key winning factor for the side of Kenya. Kenya seems to be picking somewhat of a similar draft to the previous match, where they do pick up the Melissa as well as the my favorite pack of beef right there being the Minotaur and Void or South Africa currently hovering over the Cho. Decided though to give Lindo, oh my goodness, they gave Lindo such a crazy hero he's so crazy on. This is going to be I want to possibly say it could end in less than 12 minutes if things go the way they're going.
Oh, wow. You guys heard it from Megamind, not me. Of course, we do see the Yisun Shin being picked up by Lindo. It looks like Void Esports want to end this one fast. Whenever they carry that hero, you know they're there for the kill. The Masha being banned. I don't know. I mean, the Wild Oat Fist of the Northern Vale, I don't know if that's a wise move to make. You haven't exactly seen the Masha since this entire game started, since the best of five started. So, them taking it out, well, you can exactly understand from where the players are seeing it from their own point of view, but they're hardly being taken out by Void themselves. If we're not playing it, ban it. Still sticking with that principle there, but mimicking out for the final ban, Captain Levi. And I think they have swapped out a player on the side of the Kenyans, because I didn't get to see that player 5 in the last game. Did you, Megamind?
Now that you're mentioning it, I do not believe that player was there. Must be one of the substitutes for the side of Team Kenya. But hey, man, if a substitute is what needs you to really lock in and clutch when it matters most, then that's exactly what they went for. And hopefully, the super sub can definitely turn the tables around for the side of Kenya. But we did see a Valentina ban as well as a Yuzong ban.
Wow. And the Valentina, of course, still being banned by the Void Esport themselves. That's kind of understandable if you think about it, really, because they want to make sure you don't get a chance to steal their ultimate, because Void Esports have one pattern. They mostly go for the boss or the utility or quality ultimate, heroes that have quality ultimate. And who's the one hero that can turn that exact strategy against you? The Valentina. So you want to make sure that Valentina is on priority ban. So, and also on the other side though, Traitor, I'm pretty sure I read that name well, because there's a lot of fancy fonts going on there. And Captain Levi, though, locking in the jaw again, that didn't work out so well the last time. I don't know why they went for it again, but maybe trying to renew his confidence in that hero. But Traitor really just contemplating on the Zetian here. We saw the Aurora being used the last time, this time on Duloc, but Duloc is going roam rather than mid, because Traitor has been subbed in and Traitor will be sent to mid. And now we get to see another mage that has a protection passive. First, it was the Pride of Ice, and now it's the Celestial Armament on the Zetian. But on the other side, Super Shady, Brody, let's go.
That Brody is going to be quite a threat, to be honest. The last time I saw Brody, I believe, was in EWC. Don't remember which team it was being used by, but the composition was so beautiful. I do believe it was a Zushin, as well as a Guinevere and an Arlott. Tons of CC that sort of just melt together with one another. The Roma was a Bedang, and finally they topped it off with a Brody. So seeing a Brody for me just brings back the excitement of that match. I just loved it because anywhere the Zushin goes, whoever it is she ends up stunning is automatically pretty much dead. Like if you're next to a Guinevere and you're in mid-air because of Zushin, it's an auto press alt. No need to jump, just use your alt and that's it. And then if you're next to an Arlott, oh my goodness, that's just a combo for days. But right now we are seeing obviously a bit of a different draft, and I do believe I'm actually very much in favor of the side of Team South Africa. Again, Lindo on that YSS. He just goes crazy with that thing right there. And they've let Circuit onto the Dorigan. We have seen how Circuit just is able to make proper clean pickoffs and peel for his team and do tons of damage as well when it is needed most. So team Kenya is definitely going to be fighting quite a very, very steep battle in this best of 5 series game number 3.
And at this point for the Kenyans, make or break. It's either you get it here or well, it's next year. Velo is giving Vision on the Beric. That's a good move to make, give you a tank. But then Circuit staying behind him. But look at that EXP lane though. The Dyrus is already getting feisty. Mimic. He understands what the Dyrus can do. And now he cuts the lane. He understands the Paquito is low. But back to the mid lane here. The Minotaur taking some hits, but he's able to heal back with Motivation Roar. Velo still pushing things there though. And now Lindo just the fight stressless. HSC dodging it. Now Captain Levi takes the lethal. Indo is hurt, but he's able to just recall. They take back the lethal. And now I do wish the camera would turn back to that EXP because that seems to be where action is as well.
Yeah, it does seem like we did get there. Obviously not when this fight was going on, but on top lane though, we do see Melissa might be forced to go back to the lane. Her lane seems to be frozen at this point in time by the Brody, just definitely zoning her out with his passive, definitely playing quite a bit of an aggressive play style from the Brody right there.
Once he's got the range, but then okay, Captain Levi, he plays it well, but then that's the ball lightning. Now with the shock of the fork lightning, he's able to get away there with the rhythm of joy. They do the poke, they do the peel, and they send back the South Africans to recall so they can gain back the HP. The Kenyans this time around, they are not food for early game, and they're trying to show us that. But then Super Shady gets that level 4. Deluxe, the Space Storm starts the fight, and now with the corrosion, the abyss impacts, but no, turn apart memory, not enough damage. Super Shady would need more than that to take that minute over. Meanwhile, down bottom on the total, they've started Megamind.
Yes, we did see Joy did use her electrifying beats. Might not have an easy time securing a kill on the Brody, but a first blood and a double kill coming out by Velo. The fight continues right there. We do see triple kill by Velo. Oh my goodness, just this passive right there by the Belleric, just tanking damage. However, in the jungle, Circuit able to secure a kill with the help right there of the Mountain Shocker. Mimic is as well securing another kill on the bot lane, winning up his matchup the side of South Africa, instantly turning the tables around throughout the map.
It's happening again, Megamind. It's happening again. Pressure that the Kenyans just seem to consistently collapse upon. That's 3 stacks of the Abyss Corrosion, 4 stacks of the Abyss Corrosion, and the turn apart memory to finish it off. Super Shady, but meanwhile, down bottom, they get 1-for-1 trade and equal things out. Captain Levi says, "You've taken my marksman, we'll take your EXP laner." And now Velo is camping there for Trader. Gets stunned, but the Celestial Armament pushes him back. And now the Phantom Strike with the ball like the Folk like the Thunder's Rat Circuit gets the kill, and now it's about to drive for the taunt in a bad spot. Deluxe, that's 3 stacks, 2 stacks, and now the HSC able to flicker out of that. 3 stacks alone, that's all Super Shady gets, and now the turn apart memory for the damage. He has to finish things off. A piece of pipe with the Minuan Fury, corrosive strike for the damage, and Super Shady is able to survive that outcome despite being low on mana.
Oh, beautiful play from the side of Team South Africa right there. Just putting so much pressure all over, especially in the gold lane right there. Definitely wanting their marksmen to farm out a lot more, but we do see, oh my goodness, it is the AXP laner, Billy, and will be taken down by Mimic right there. Lindo coming in with the cleanup as well on the top lane. Circuit doing tons of damage as well. Oh my goodness. Again, these guys are just winning on all fronts. Top lane, mid lane, bot lane, everywhere is just chaos reigning from the side of Team South Africa.
Understand what they're doing, that's for sure. But look at D-Lock there. He goes in a 1v4. That's a try. They don't even let him go. Spectra step and Mimic sends him home. And now Traitor, that's 2 stacks. Turn apart memory with the Fury of the Phoenix for the Storm. And now the Traceless to immune the Fury of the Phoenix. Wow, Lindo are definitely going to be keeping that move in mind. Because, man, this YSS can't be caught that easily. It can't be caught lacking. The Mimic recalls back to base. Lindo as well. Inub position there. It's 3v3. 2 Sky Pierce are bought by Team South Africa. They definitely want to get for that kill.
Man, I can imagine Torn Apart Memory just getting an instant double kill, but we do see Mimic able to get a secure kill right there onto the Joy. I do believe that must have been in the bot lane, possibly, but oh, Minoan Fury has been committed. Brody in quite a bit of danger right now. His half health, Torn Apart Memory has been used, not securing any kill though. He will be going down, but it is a mega kill for the Eudora. The fight still continues with the side of South Africa. Comes in for the cleanup, picking up the two remaining people from the side of Team Kenya, leaving it as a 2 for, not 2, but 3 for 1 exchange.
Mimic, Abyssal Strike used up. Right now, the South Africans, Mimic 1v2, Spectra Step, and the ball strike, but will fall. Of course, when you fight inside the turret, man, you're not immortal. Don't forget, that turret has true damage being dealt to you. The South Africans, they understand what they're doing, but look at Circuit, look at Inub. He's going to forsake that tier 2 to the South Africans. They just let them take it unless he's going to be sent back to respawn. I don't think that's a wise call, Inub. Sends the eyes on you, but what can that do against the South Africans? The score lead right now is looking really almost like the same thing, but Shady 1v3 is that wise call. Turn apart memory for the mobility. Now the turn from Rat of Dry. They take that one. Lindo finds Belial. Shady finds Duloc. And that's 2 for none. They turned it around immediately in the counter engagement. The South Africans just seem to have a card to play no matter the situation. And the Asian C for the taunt and the ball. Oh my goodness. Mimic. This man. 6-1, the Dirot is definitely on their ban list if they do get a matchup in another game, man.
Hopefully they can push for another game right now. It's only 7 minutes, and so far Mimic securing another kill for the side of Team South Africa. Kenya is really struggling to alleviate the pressure coming out from South Africa. Just looking at things right now, it is almost a 9k gold lead for the side of Team South Africa. 2 turret shields will be done once this one is down, and it's honestly such a strong aggressive style coming out from Team South Africa.
Oh man, super shady to the mid lane there. They're making it very strategic now because they know they are at their base. I mean, it's 7 minutes back, almost 8 minutes. The taunt from Not a Drought, but the dispatch stop with a flicker. Turn apart memory used up. Shady. There's a dispatch stop again connected. They want to bust him down. They want to shut him down. And finally, Traitor gets the last hit, but the Abyssal Strike with special step. Mimic finds his first one. Now the Abyssal Strike again. Mimic, they want to go for the cleanup. The cleanup team has arrived. The flicker, so cute. No, they go. The fade away kill! Circuit! He finds a fade away as a Hail Mary! These people, they cannot let a kill go! The South Africans, they know how to end things here! But man, it's 8 minutes back, just like the game 1. We've seen this before, Megamind. They are at their base, the 2 inhibitors are down, and only top lane, and I don't know what Captain Levi is doing out there because his team needs him right now.
Captain Levi might have a bit of a difficult time escaping the Brody and the Direct that will just be cornering him right there. Electrifying beats does not do anything. Lindo secures the kill right there with Mountain. No, he actually didn't use the Mountain Shocker, just used it for aura points and just went and finished off the Lethal Wanderer with it, man.
Honestly, at this point, the Kenyans... It's difficult to see a game 4, man. And it's difficult to see a game 4. Nigel didn't make a comment earlier. We all know how it's going to end. And it looks like the South Africans are on a time attack at this point. I mean, we're actually really close now to the timeline for the second game. It was 10 minutes mark, and I think 38 seconds or so, and we're getting close to that. But Mimic, though, taking some shots, and now the South Africans, they make their move, and the draft for the first opening, and Duloc falls. Now Melon makes his move. Bellion falls. Lindo gets the kill. 2 players down, just like that. The minions are there. They want to go for the push. They want to go for the cleanup, but Levi makes a move as the captain, leads by example, but will be taken down, bossed by Shady, and Mimic gets shot down by Trader. Shady gets a double with a flicker in, but can they save you from the Broody? South Africans are spamming the recalls, hitting the brace, free hitting the base, and they beat their previous time and end the game on a 9-minute mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Southern and Eastern Africa qualifiers will be Team South Africa, Team Mzansi, which I believe, be moving to Saudi Arabia for the tournament in November.
Yeah, what a game, what a
What
match, what
performance.
an exciting clash. I'm not sure if you guys can still hear me, by the way. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Close.
we
Awesome.
can.
Yeah. 3-0. What a statement. Let's see how they do in the next bracket. Good game to Kenya. Obviously represented East Africa while getting to the stage. They are finishing this tournament second place. So I don't think there's anything too bad that they did. Just South Africa were a lot more coordinated. They understood the pressure, and also the players themselves have played internationally. So their experience was definitely showing, yeah, why they're not just only the best, but undisputed champions in this specific match. But yeah, let's see how they do in the next round. I'm excited. It is one of our teams going through. So, but the statement that's been made, yeah, man, very big statement. So YSS played in 3 games, Bederick, and one of the things that South Africa did well was not show too much things in the draft. So you're not particularly sure what they're going to be playing up at the DNC. But good draft, good game to all the coaches. I believe Quinn, one of the people here, was actually coaching South Africa with the draft. So yeah, he was just here to see the results of his labor. We are going to take a break, but we should possibly be streaming Nigeria versus Mauritania, like in the later stages of it. But from our side, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll catch you all on the flip side. But we'll be back soon, man. We're still here making sure that all the African games get a bit of action. So we'll see you all in a bit. Make a mind. And Black Matter, is there anything I left you want to cover before we take a break?
See you guys. Have a good one, guys.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay. It's like wow, chaos, man. The chaos is still unfolds, and now we do have Nigeria versus Mauritania. Seeing my own team is one thing, but then wow, the Mauritanians are sure putting up a fight. But then I do still have Megamind with me here, guys. It's just another set of teams rather playing. Yeah, Megamind, what's up, man?
I am doing very well, and I'm actually very interested in the different type of meta that we might see coming out from the side of Team Nigeria. If, of course, it is different. I do know teams in different regions tend to have sort of a playstyle that they go with. Right now, I am seeing some picks that I haven't seen quite a while. A a Terizla is definitely something I hadn't had in my bingo cards for the second half of 2026. So that's certainly something quite interesting there. But of course, it isn't completely unusual. We do see some quite normal picks. The Hanabi right there. We do see your Esme for sustain. It's the Matilda as well. It seems so far like a pretty solid composition from both sides.
Indeed. Nigel, you might want to check out the stream output for the white tea. Thank you very much. Of course, oh wow, that's a chaotic place to be in. If you're Kami Levi, he does four. And now it's a 1v4 on the gold lane alone. Actually, 1v2. Actually, 2v4. Wow,
Two.
wow. I definitely need to get my arithmetic in place.
Oh yes. We do see the side of is this Mauritania? What is this other team, guys? Before I butcher the name.
Yeah, you're Mauritania. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it is Mauritania. Okay, I was guessing that right there. Mauritania definitely seem to be having the upper hand. Oh my goodness, Mountain Shocker committed onto the Melissa right there, instantly draining a torrent of damage onto her and taking her out, man. So far, it seems like the YSS is actually performing quite well for the side of Mauritania.
Finals that Nigerians do have to sit up. That's for sure. And of course, it's the first game. It's the, let's give them a chance. We did see the Kenyan match earlier, and you know, I do hope there's not a repeat of what happened the last time. We did see an attempt to steal the Toto rather, from Tata there on the Novaria, but that was unsuccessful. Fatsi, had the retreat, and yeah, we do get it in. So yeah, GG's, man.
All right. A very interesting match indeed. I do believe the 5 minute mark already just went down, and I'm noticing only now that the bot lane turret had already went down before the 5 minute mark. Definitely meaning that the Hanabi may have definitely benefited quite a lot of gold for her team, as well as whoever might have been rotating towards her lane right there. So definitely props to the side of Mauritania for benefiting from that. But right now, it seems like it's a calm before the storm. Everyone is just doing a bit of farming, but the side of Mauritania definitely are having a feel even into the jungle of Nigeria right now.
So far, things are actually starting to look good right now for the side of Mauritania. They've started out well. It's 5-8 gold lead, 7 kill lead, and I am curious though. I am very very curious, right? I want to see how this is going here. I want to see how this is going because look at Fati though. He makes a bold move and there with blood floors. He goes for the traceless and now the finisher will be the kill secured and Nero will be taken down. Wow, the Nigerians, well, not the best start, man.
Really not the best start, just like you said right there. And man, the pressure just coming out from the side of Mauritania is definitely going to snowball if the side of Nigeria doesn't do anything about it right now. We do see the Hanabi just possibly going to take the top lane turret with the help of the glue and the terrorists that are just in the bush right there. The Melissa also waiting around the bush area and just definitely allows them to get the turret right there. But we do see, oh my goodness, godlike for Farteezy. Yes, Farteezy. Oh my goodness. And taking down the mid lane turret as well in that exchange.
Wow. Nigerians is 7 minutes into the game. I think by this time, the South Africans had already ended. Oh yeah, actually 1 minute more, and the South Africans would have already ended their game against Kenya for that game one we saw earlier. But that's to tell you how ridiculous those feats were, man. This is how you see. Now, this is what happens when two teams that are actually, capable and know what they're doing, actually, run into each other. Don't forget, it's still Nigeria versus Mauritania. If you're wondering what the MTN stands for, it's not your global network. It's not the network you know or you use. If you're Nigerian, it's Mauritania. But then look at that side cuts, look at that Pfizer strategy, and look at the move they make. The Mauritanians, they understand, disengage, and engage, just like the South Africans we witnessed earlier. Make mind. Okay, seems like
Oh,
mine
oh,
seems to
okay.
be
No,
occupied.
I was,
Yeah, welcome
I
back,
was
man.
just having some network issues, but yeah, right now, Mauritania definitely having a feel for the jungle of uh Nigeria right now, which is definitely going to starve the side of Nigeria away from resources, more especially on the jungler who needs the retribution. Again, the Xborg is someone who starts performing much better between mid to late game, and right now, I'm not even sure how the items are at, but I could imagine that he must be quite behind in terms of items.
Mm, quite behind, man. And I wish we could see the builds, honestly. That would have really helped. But look at Fati, the Marching Shocker, just for the vision. And Lion Spectrum is just taking his sweet time. That's one thing about the gold, man. You can stay behind the back lines and you can really make sure you don't get caught unawares. But Nero, he's got that Purify. Super Panda as well has got that Purify. Double Purify lineup. And you can understand why. Because, man, the stones on the god, that's definitely something to watch out for. The Lord started, and now there's no contest whatsoever, no any split push attempt. Actually, there's a split push attempt. Nero is going to the top lane to push those minion waves, but Nigeria playing it passive and playing it safe here when it comes to this game.
Oh, yes, we do see a three-man camp right there. Navaria might be in a bit of danger. Flicker penalty zone, and she is forced to also burn a flicker to disengage from that. Definitely wasn't needed right there. She may have stood a bit too close to the bush right there, man. If you're a Navaria and you're gonna check a bush, don't check it while you're close to it, especially in the range of a flicker. But right now, the side of Mauritania just continuing with the pressure. We do see the Lord marching down the bot lane and will be trashing very soon into the inhibitor turret on the bot lane. I do believe, though, Mauritania might want to proc the shield before the Lord gets there, because otherwise I don't think the Lord would have actually done anything significant. Oh, yes, they actually did it. They actually did get the shield on, so the Lord might do a bit more damage onto the turret right there. There it is, crashes in, and we do see Mountain Shocker committed, Mystic Gas being committed, penalty zone going in, tons of damage are being used right now. The turret destroyed, legendary for the YSS rather. Xborg will get a kill,
Jesus.
but will be taken down in the exchange as well. And Mauritania locking onto the turret, ladies and gentlemen. Game one, very clean and convincingly into the hands of Mauritania.
Oh my god. I mean, these guys are West African, North Africa for a reason. It's oh my god. It's that was quite the performance. A 12-1. I mean, I'm Nigerian, but still, this hurts. I mean, it hurts to see this happen. And but you gotta give them the melons; they deserve it. And Silverman being the only person that died, and that was because of that engagement he made. That would have been a 12-0 game, but still, they did well. Taking nothing from Mauritania, they performed, really well. Central and West Africa, these guys are a beast, and they have shown that they might just be the dark horse of the ENC. Nigerians definitely have their work cut out for them. It's the first game done and dusted, and I think that was like 11 minutes game. Were you checking, Megamind?
Pardon?
Were you checking the time for the game? Like, was that a 11 minutes game or was that a 12 minutes game? I think that was. I know that was very less than 15 minutes, right?
Let me double check on that just now. I have opened the stream on my laptop, and it does seem like exactly 10 minutes and 42 seconds is
My
how
God.
long it took for Mauritania to close off that match.
Oh my God. What is with these games today, man? These guys, they don't have any chill. Any single minutes they get to end the game, they take it. And that is understandably so, because this is the Esports Nations Cup, the pathway to the Esports World Cup. So that is understandable. Whatever chance you have to get the win, get it. Don't linger, don't waste time, don't play for more kills. Just get the base, because at the end of the day, that is what matters. Now, Nigeria is 1-0 down. They have to take 3 games in order to secure the best of 5. But if Mauritania takes another, Nigeria would have to beat them 3 times in a row, which, from the performance right now, that's not exactly the easiest thing to pull off right now.
It genuinely isn't the easiest of things to do. It low-key feels like a repetition so far. It is only the first match, but already we are seeing a pattern where matches that ended very, very shortly and actually very convincingly. That's something we did see with South Africa versus Kenya. And right now, only in the first match, we are seeing it between Mauritania as well as uh, Nigeria. So hopefully, Nigeria is able to turn things around in game two and push the side of Mauritania just a bit more instead of getting swept all the way through 3-0.
All the way, man. All the way. And we don't want to see a reenacting of the South African Kenyan treatment. We want to see two teams. I mean, technically, we were saying earlier together that these two teams are the ones that will put up a fight. We were expecting prolonged games. I mean, personally, I was seeing the game going to a 25 minutes mark or a 30-minute mark or maybe something along the lines of, hey, that was really close, but the other team just had it better, or the other team just outplayed the team, or there was a turning point that made the other team win. That's the kind of match I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a 10 minutes South African game to repeat, honestly.
I don't think anyone was expecting that, to be honest. Nonetheless, what's done is done. Again, congratulations to Team South Africa for proceeding to the world stage right there. I do believe it is Team Void that will be going representing South Africa in Saudi Arabia. That sounds really fun. Actually, that sounds genuinely very fun. I wish there would be a what's the right terminology? A regional casters thingy as well that sort of
Yeah.
enables casters to actually join teams from their region there, representing them in the world stage. Man, I'll be so excited to meet you in person, Black Bat.
Yeah, same here, man. We gotta ask Nigel, man. I mean, Nigel. Wait, where are you based right now? Which country are you in right now?
I am in Botswana. Nigel is in South Africa.
Oh, okay. It's Botswana and sorry, I don't exactly know where the countries are. Botswana. What region is Botswana? Is it West Africa? Is it East Africa? Megamind? Did I lose him again?
Botswana it is in Southern Africa. We're literally right next to South Africa, actually.
Okay. I guess I do have some good friends in South Africa. Actually, I do know a lady. She's a co-caster, but we mostly cast together in the Call of Duty mobile scene. So I do know I have some very good friends. They stay at Delft. I don't know if if you know the place. Like Nigel should know the place. It's in South Africa. They stay at Delft, and we've been like friends since when I was in what middle school or high school. But then I've known them for a long time. So if I do find myself in South Africa, me and Nigel are definitely gonna have lunch together or something. Bills on him, by the way, because he's he's the richer
Like,
one.
the day you make it to South Africa, give me 4 hours and I will join you guys. Here's the
Of
date.
course, of course, of course, man. I mean, I do have reasons to be there, man. I mean, I'm gonna see Nigel. I'm also gonna see some of my friends over there and some casters that I work with in our production team that are actually based in South Africa as well. But man, definitely gonna be looking forward to that one. Definitely gonna be looking forward to see Nigel and also you as well, man. You as well, because I don't really know a lot about Botswana, but you can always enlighten me while we wait. We don't have to talk about the flag colors. Tell me, what's Botswana like?
Okay, let me put this from a tourism perspective. Botswana does have one of the largest inland deltas, being the Okavango Delta, as well as part of the Kalahari Desert in it. Very good for tourism if you want to experience a sort of a sandy desert of some sort or an inland delta. Botswana is the place to be. Botswana as well prides itself in being a top diamond producer. Should be really, really high, actually, possibly like top three or something. I'm not really sure where we are standing at this point in time, but of natural diamonds, that is something we excel in. I do know that as well. Botswana is priding itself in producing some of the best beef in the world, actually. I do know that Botswana did supply or does supply. You guys might have to fact check me on this, but I do know that we do supply UK some beef. Might need to do some research. This might be old information of some sort, but I do know Queen Elizabeth, while she was alive, did very much love Botswanan beef, as people would say. But yeah, definitely something that I would very much be excited if you could try once you come this side. I'll bring you all sorts of meat, trust me.
Oh my goodness. Now that is definitely a reason to make it there. Wow. Okay, okay. I mean, if Nigel do actually hold a LAN, a Mobile Legends LAN in South Africa, now that's one thing I'd love to actually come for because man, that is wait, I want to ask, has a Mobile Legends LAN ever been organized in South Africa before? Nigel?
Lots of lands that involve other regions, like in Southern Africa. Madagascar's always hosting lands like every month or two or so. So they're the land leaders, but hopefully we can get the things off the ground. Um, but I think in terms of esports, Madagascar is doing so well, man. I think it's actually very inspirational. So yeah, South Africa itself, Mlbb itself, no. We are looking into hosting one, just to make sure that we break the ice. Usually, the first event is not going to be the best event, but it's certainly one that opens up the pathway towards other competitions. But yeah, I would love to attend a LAN event, but then I think I've only been taking MLBB wise, like the hosting part, the planning part, seriously. Um, when I began my PhD, which is actually the worst way to do it. But so we got it. We only around 6 months when it comes to this type of like full on scale attention thing. But the progress we've made in 6 months convinces me that if we have another 6 months, we're definitely gonna be able to uh, make it big, man. I think we can. Yeah.
Man, I am looking forward to it. And on day, I look forward to also standing on the podium with no other than Megamind himself, all the way from Botswana, supporting me while we cast the games on the LAN together. Because damn, who else would I have? A 60 duo. And well, yeah, I am looking forward to the time I do come over, and also looking forward to those meats you're gonna bring or the beef you're gonna bring. I don't even know the difference, man.
Certainly. You know what I realized, guys? You guys are wondering. One of the delays around this specific competition is also just server selection, agreeing where you want to play, the ping, and all these different things. Because we did get a finals that involves people that are in different parts of the continent. You know, I think that because of that, or due to the nature of that, it takes a bit longer to like, just start the game. Nigeria, obviously, I was a crazy. The score is obviously 1-1, but it was a crazy domination. But that's just if you have a server buff, bro, make use of it. And that's the type of competition because I think that both of these two teams.
Nigel,
What's up?
Nigel, sorry, I gotta go. Like, give me like 15 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay.
No problem. That's okay, man. We'll catch you back when the matches do start. Me and Megan and I will hold
Appreciate
the
it.
fort until you're back.
All right, man. Thanks, man. I'll be back, Mega Mind.
Alrighty. Okay, Nigel, you were still explaining very, very important information to us.
Oh yes. So where was I on the part of this? Yeah. So it's all about picking up the server and waiting for the games to start, and then just picking a different server. That's mostly where it is. So we just gotta figure out if we're gonna take a break or we are going to just what do you call this? If we're just gonna proceed in that way. Like, should we wait? The matches are not happening right now, so we could take a break and come back.
I guess you could take a bit of a break and be back very shortly. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Be having some peak music playing in the background just for you to bob your head to. So do like and subscribe for the music. I do know a lot of you love. And yeah, we will be back very shortly with the next match between Nigeria as well as Mauritania.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll see you all in a bit. We're gonna take a break, and then we'll catch you when on the flip side of things when the matches do come back. So for now, you listen to some music whilst we take a break. I know some of you guys have you've gone tired of the music, but yeah, it's part of the furniture now. Let me get it for you.
Alright, guys, we are back. Of course, it is still Black Matter, but Mega is gonna take a chill pill for now. And got Lorelai with me here, and we're gonna be casting the rest of the games. It's still, of course, the Nigerians versus the Mauritanians. But before that, hello, Lorelai. How you doing today?
Hey, I am awesome. Thank you. How are you? And everybody else.
I'm fine. I'm quite fine. I'm pretty sure they are fine as well. But then look at this draft, though. Quite the interesting set of picks. I mean, we did join past midway when they've already picked most of what they are going for. But then look at those drafts. What do you think about the bands first? Starting with that.
Oh my word. Okay, so I'm guessing the meta heroes here could be a bit different because I see a
Yeah.
Ling and a Joy ban, and then that logo thing is covering. I can't see the other heroes. But besides that, the Hirara and Esme, I think those are very solid bans, as well as the Barat, since he's been scaling in EXP lane as of late.
Yeah,
Um,
apologies for that.
yes.
Apologies for that. The network actually got to me there. But then,
Oh, okay, no problem.
yeah. So honestly, I like the fact that they are actually going for good synergy heroes. I mean, you've got Atlas, you've got the Melissa. That's actually a very good combo with the Atlas. I mean, the eyes on you helps the Melissa hit multi-target. You've also got Tata on the Fasa, and that's also a good follow-up for the Atlas. And of course, to top things off with the support, Nero on the alley. So the Nigerians, when it comes to the hero synergy, I want to give it to them. But then on the other side, the Mauritanians, though, take nothing from these guys. They've got two purifies to counter that.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I truly cannot wait to see the synergy between Atlas and Melissa.
Mm,
Um, okay. So, oh, they have an Alice EXP lane. Hmm.
y- yep, got an Alice XP lane. And against Uranus too as well. So if you think about it, that's two healing factors that we're going up against each other. But look at Tata, look at this Fasa and this Atlas. So what are they up to? What could be they up to? They want to go for an early invade. Oh my goodness, that is a bad spot to be in. Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
Mauritanians definitely saw through that.
Hmm. No, I'm confused. Why did they do that without the juggler? Or was it just to interrupt the farm then?
I think that was to delay the jungler of Mauritania a little bit. 'Cause, you know, this one is pretty weak in the early games, you know. So if you can make him, on the farm for longer, I guess that's a plus.
Yeah, truly, truly. Mm. Okay, so the turtle will be spawning soon. Who do you think the turtle is in favor of?
Got to tell right now, honestly. It all depends on the rotations. I mean, the jungler on the other side of the Nigerians definitely has faster rotation and faster clear because the Soyo
Mm.
gets all his skills at level 3 and the Sun has to wait for level 4. So that at some point is going to be the difference between who takes the creep faster, who gets more gold faster, and who can start those ganks on the side lanes sooner as well. But then we've got 4 seconds, so we're gonna find that out soon enough.
Let's see. Okay, Atlas doesn't have his ultimate yet, so I feel like he won't have that big of an impact as he would have when he has his ultimate. But still, the stun from his second skill does do a lot.
Yeah, it does. It does, man. And now the Vasa already used up that feather death strike. I don't know if that's a good call. Kamiliva is able to secure the total there. Throne of Ruin comes in. The Nigerians for the engage. And now that Son in the passport trying to get away. They don't let him. Fatsi falls. Nero gets the kill. And less variety. But they want to make sure that Sicilian doesn't live to tell the tale. Evil Quella interrupted by Xangwa and Close. I haven't seen that skill interaction before. Now that's interesting to see. But then the
Hmm.
Nigerians get that also.
And they're hitting gold too. Looks like they wanna okay, no, they're going back. I thought they were gonna gank the Brody.
They gotta invade, dude. They're invading.
Yo, so
Wow.
he's getting all those buffs.
Yeah. I mean, the son right now is pretty underfarmed, and he can't exactly do a lot right now. I do wish we could see the builds. I'm pretty sure he would go for probably the Corrosion Scythe as the first item. It could be something else though. It could be something else. But on the other side though, is Bomb Bottom Tata, Bat Feast, dealing some damage. Both are low, not able to finish any. But Super Panda will be the casualty in that case. A tank for 2 squishies. Nero, I don't know why he didn't recall back. The man is very low. Someone close catches him. And now the falling defensively into the tier 2 takes his safety, and he still doesn't want to recall back to base.
I think she wants to not miss out on her farm. Oh. Ooh, they almost got the Brody. Oh no, they got him. And Melissa still lives. Wow.
The Nigerians definitely locked in after that game 1 loss against the Mauritanians. The Soul Server, Mlbb finds a double. Federal strike though, zoning them out and back into their base. The Mauritanians being a lot more passive than we saw in the first game and still refusing to respawn. The Sicilian borrowing the Melissa's move, but then the Blade Surge and Evil Quella. And of course, I can't exactly pronounce that because that's a lot of Arabic letters, but I'll just call him the Minotaur.
Sure. Sheesh. You know, the Nigerians are ahead. Even contesting the turtle, I don't think it would be a wise thing to do. There we go, and they got it.
So far, they play things well, honestly. I like the fact that the Nigerians are actually making a comeback. We did see the South Africans, gain. They actually dominated through the entire best of 5. So Seva, that connected the stun as well. That trying to room for the follow-up, and even the Purify cannot help him in that situation. Fatsi, the Purify only removes 1 CC. The Blaze Surge again, Mlbb, if we got a defensively, but a feather strike there from Tata to zone them out even further into that tier 2. They played safe now. The Nigerians, they gave vision. The Atlas Super Panda is on that case. That's the Stone, the match as well, and the Frigid Bread freezing Silverman in place. But that's one thing about the Uranus Transcendent World. It dives in the 1v2. It wants to get Tata in the back with wings by wings. Tata's out of there. And the Atlas has to rotate back to the gold lane.
Yeah, they have really good rotation. It's really beneficial on both sides of the lanes even.
Well, Devilman. Man, the Purify even on the Uranus, that's a lot. Silverman, rather. Okay, Fatal Links backing 2 people. That's a good one, but the follow-up there comes an encounter engagement. Super Panda is the 1-4 with Mlbb. I mean, you engage first, but I'll engage in a return and then take you guys out. Mauritania with a good counter engage there. And finally, hopefully, maybe getting back online because, man, this is not the Mauritania we saw in the first game. But then it's 1-1 and it's the best of 5, so 3 more games left.
Ooh. Yeah, I miss those games. So I don't even know how the scores are looking and all. But it's pretty interesting right now.
That's understandable, man. Honestly, that's really Megamind as well. He wasn't there for the first South African game, so he also missed that. So if it's any consolation, rather, don't feel too bad about that. Then look at Super Panda, though. He's taking a lot of hits, and the Federal strike comes through from Tata. I think Tata was thinking he was going to engage with the Fatal Links, but now he goes for the Fatal Links. But only on the Minotaur, the Purify comes through for the Broody. Fatsi is able to get out of there. But Panda, now in the passport, the Minotaur with the Despair Stomp, and now Nino trying to find that kill onto that Broody, but he's not able to find it, taking more damage. Nero in a bad spot. The Despair Stomp again, someone cross brings him back with the Blade Surge, and that's exactly when the cameraman decides to take us off cam.
Wow, Farsa and Atlas really escaped with a nick of HP.
Honestly, at this point, you gotta ask the question here, Lorelai. Do Mauritania have a plan, or are they buying time? Because they've taken the total. Oh, look at the builds though. I did call that one out pretty well. You know, he goes for that Wind Talker as the first item, and maybe I think that's a Corrosion Sky as the second. I think he's trying to build it. Yeah, it's the Corrosion Sky.
Okay, yeah. On the sun, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did this well.
Okay, so
How
they're
much more
rotating
though?
top. Okay, there might be a team fight here. And I want to see who's gonna win.
Damn.
Ooh,
That is
ooh,
nasty. Yeah, they fall
look,
in to
look.
protect the team, and Indonesia and Mauritania rather, they have to send that Minito back into the base. They don't even let him there. They play such motor form, and Silverman as well pays the price. 4 players bite the dust, and Hems, the last one standing, forced to split push on the bot lane. The Sun is right now maybe the only hope for Mauritania because this is not looking good. We have to wait for that late game, but will the Nigerians even let this get into a late game?
I highly doubt. And even when they get to late game, the Nigerians still have good a good comp for late game too. So, oh, it's a sticky situation. It was a beautiful set by Minotaur there. Unfortunately, they don't have the damage they need, and I feel like the follow-up wasn't as suffice.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. A follow-up does not suffice. But then Minato is he's taking his time. He's taking his sweet time, and really just making sure he doesn't make any of those plays that's gonna expose his back lines. Because that's
Mm.
exactly one thing the Atlas is really good at, really just going to those back lines and ulting there. You've got a faster with a long range ultimate, so you can actually just pick off the back lines despite what's going on in the front. But then, like I said, the split pushing attempt from Hems right now is something what's looking out for. The Nigerians have to be careful. This is a Son. This is a Son, and you know what he can do when he gets his hands on any turret.
Yeah, it's insane how Sun cannot even really push the lanes. You know how usually these Sun players they are everywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what a set.
Amazing, impressive performance. The Nigerians just seem to have an answer for every single move the Mauritanians make. But then they might be pushing this a bit too far, though. They're very low. Silverman, they don't let him. Camille Levi, the Lord approaching from the bot lane. This might be game 2, but Hems, not if he can help it. He's there to stop that Lord in his tracks. But tier 2 Nero is free hitting, hacking away at it. But now Hems has to get away. They want to go for that. They want to go for that Son, but he's able to get away. Endless variety defensively. Sends himself, not the clone, over into the inhibitors as the Lord will be taken down.
Hmm. I truly admire how the Sparta spams her ultimate with whichever given opportunity, especially to get the back line.
So far, so good. Things are starting to look the way they want it to be. Honestly, the Nigerians are already getting a lot of value. They're getting a lot of value, but Camille Levi, it's a 1v3. Actually, 4 players there. Camille Levi gets in a bad spot. He's able to get away there. Goes for one Fury, knocks 3 up, but it's very low, and they will be busted. Oh my goodness, nasty counter ult from the Atlas Super Panda. Hitting those fade out links, 3 players forward, and now they dive in. That's Nero with the throw up ruin. Camille Levi with a double. They go for the cleanup, and only 1 player left. It's Hems, the last man standing. Can he help it? The minions are dead. The Nigerians want to make it a 2-1. The base is wide open, and not even the clone techniques from Hems can't help it. Mauritania will lose to the Nigerians. As now we're in a 2-1 lead for the Nigerians.
Yeah, that was an intense battle at the end there. Unfortunately, the team got wiped out.
Exactly, man.
Oh,
What a match. What a fantastic game. And now we are going to be jumping in to the next part of that. I believe our caster Black Matter is taking a goodbye now. I think that it's unrelated to Nigeria. Look, it's coincidental though, right? Black Matter. I see that. It's a coincidence. He was just scheduled to cast up until 9 o'clock. So it's time for him to go.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna watch the rest of the match on YouTube. But yeah, 2-1 so far. Is it correct? Am I looking at the right score? 2-1 to Nigeria.
Yes,
Awesome.
it's
Awesome.
correct.
Nigeria making this a fight, so it is a best of 5. So we'll get to see how this concludes. But yeah, Black Matter, any last words before you leave us goodbye? I mean, you've been here with us for about 3 or 4 hours. It's a long time. It's a full shift. What are your thoughts before you do take a leave?
I just want to appreciate you, Nigel, for giving me the chance to cast here. I also want to appreciate the casters I worked with. I want to appreciate Megamind, especially when I worked with the ENC, and also Lorelei as well for helping out. So it was nice casting with you. Nice to meet you, Lorelei. I think this is our first cast together, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. And also to you guys in the comments and in the stream that I'm watching right now. Well, do enjoy the match and have a nice day. I'll be taking my leave now. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you,
you, bye.
Megamind's best friend, Black Matter, for he's taking a while. But yeah, cheers. We'll carry on. We'll let you know how Nigeria does in this bracket. As I'm assuming this time around, they were on the favorable conditions when it comes to ping, and that Lorelei will be ending the shift with me. Luckily, Lorelei, there are no games tomorrow. So you don't have to cast tomorrow. You don't have to cast Tuesday. Yeah, it's just, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How did your match go? I mean, you were playing today, right?
Yeah, it was, and it went amazing.
Oh, you guys won?
It went better. Yeah, it went better than we anticipated. We were shaking. We're like, yo, guys, people are watching us. We have many supporters. We got to win.
Oh,
The
damn, there's a
pressure was
lot of
on.
pressure. Who's your next opponent then? Oh, you
Yes,
haven't
okay.
checked yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
Okay, that's cool. That's great. It's a good start to the opening bracket. I think you guys are facing. Who are you facing? Royals? Was it Royals? Trying to figure
We're
out.
facing Y.
Ooh, Wise. Oh, Wise from Kenya. Okay, that's cool. That's good. At least you won, and I'm looking forward to seeing what your team has. You know, it's actually funny. We usually just only stream one at a time. It's the first time we tried it this weekend to cast and like to stream two different games, because like how are you gonna make people decide? Obviously, yeah, I can't really make people decide on what they want to watch. So we want to provide the best entertainment for everyone. So now let's see how it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, it was fun. I guess this is the end, or
You don't know what?
I'm asking, is this the end? Like we're done?
No, it isn't the end. But I think if it goes, we're gonna do one more game to be done, because I don't think we are the audience. So in our audience, we're around 90 people for South Africa versus Kenya. There are other people streaming this specific match, Mauritania versus Nigeria in West Africa. So our audience is, we don't have a large audience in West Africa. We do have some, but not really. So most of them are just here. So I've always said that if we ever find myself streaming to like 10 people, I'd rather just go on Discord. We can just watch the game together on Discord, because there's no stream, man. So yeah, we are gonna wait. I believe. Who's gonna come after me if we end the stream here, man? I'm the boss, right? Like, so who's gonna come after me? Nick?
Yeah.
I gotta come after
Yeah.
myself. Okay, Laura, I think we call it a night. But let me just see something before, because I don't want to end the stream and then be bored with Powie, So let me see if Powie is peaking. If Powie is cooking, I am gonna go watch some Powie. But if not, we'll just sit here and wait for the next match. But this
Yeah.
match, for the people that are watching, is should we be strong and finish? Yo, what would you do, Lorelai?
I mean, I would look
This is
at
why I
what.
test your resolve. By the way, it's a trick question. What do you say?
I mean, like you said, you're the boss. You call the shots. So what?
Okay.
What?
Lorelai doesn't
What?
want to make a decision. Okay, guys, I think this is a good way to end the stream off. It's 2-1 right now. So for whoever is joining, you can just look online for the rest of the game. We've brought you 3 games from this Nigerian series. I think that it's a good time for you guys to. I'll direct you all to the Powie stream that is currently taking place. So if you want to finish that match, I don't think. It's funny. People keep coming in and out of the stream just to come back and see what's going on, pop off, and they go back. So all 7 of you guys that are watching now, at the end of the stream, South Africa is done. They finished their shift. I could be pretty strong and continue on the stream, but you know what? I want to make sure that we give you guys the quality one. So what I will do right now is I will release Lorelai so that she can. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go watch the stream, or are you gonna go sleep? What are you gonna do?
I'm actually gonna go watch my match.
Oh, you're gonna go rewatch it. Okay, cool. Peak. Okay, cool. I mean, you guys gonna study and to see if they were like giving you praise or what's the context of that one. So it's fine. So yeah, this stream it does come to the end of it. I believe Nigeria has a good chance to qualify in this bracket. In our side, we've got South Africa that did qualify for the Esports Nations Cup. So we are done for this evening. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. Lorelai, you want to say, what's the thing you say at the end of the stream now? You came up with it. Go.
Hey, thank you everybody for watching. It was happy to have you all for this short 20 minutes, but we're done now and para out.
Yeah, I'm going to trademark that one. Okay.